heat for like an hour at
Yeah, I
least.
don't fucking understand. We are in a heat advisory today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
What's the heat advisory? What's what's the
Because
what's the
today's
what's
hot.
the no 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 what's the threshold? What's the threshold?
I don't know what the threshold is, but I just know the high the next 3 days, counting today, was like 97, 98.
You guys are
The high.
pussies.
Not counting real feel, which somebody I was talking to earlier said like it was like 90, 91, and the real feel was 100 and
You
something
guys
already.
are fucking pussies.
You live in Texas, you need to expect it. You prepare for that. I'm in Virginia, it should not be that hot.
Did they change how you like share stuff? Because I can no longer go on my YouTube and look at the stream and like get a thing saying I could share.
That's odd.
It's
That would
really
have
weird.
you streamed yesterday. That's really weird.
It's really. I had to go do it a different way. It's very weird.
Oh, so you were able to do it still, okay.
Yeah, I had to do like some weird jerry rig shit to get it to work just now. I have no idea why.
Where is this
I have an image on here that I've been wanting to use for a while.
Yeah, I keep seeing your stuff and it's dumb as shit, but it makes me laugh.
Let's see if I can.
You
Here
need
we
fucking
go.
grind metal, God.
Alrighty.
Ugh.
Alrighty. You want to watch my stream? That way you can comment on it, or not the
I was
stream,
gonna,
but my my screen share.
I was gonna potentially pull up your thing on my laptop so I can also see the chat. So just give me a sec.
Gotcha. The chat was
Oh yeah,
almost always dead. I'm just letting you know.
oh yeah, I know, but my friend might join. So,
Oh, cool.
but they said they also might be watching a movie, so they might not actually be able to tonight.
That's all fine.
No, I told them they're gonna die.
Let's see. Doing the
They're gonna
dark,
suffer.
doing the dark tide.
My laptop is shit, so I don't know.
Doing the dark tide. You know what I also have? Aside from the slot bucket, I have I have a fruit punch flavored Rockstar. So I'm extra touchy and agitating. Ooh, vitamin B12, Jacob.
What?
Vitamin B12, Jacob. It's coursing through my veins, Jacob. The vitamin B12. Vitamin
Okay.
B12, Jacob. It's coursing through my veins like a Medicaid. Anywho, what do you know about Warhammer, Jacob?
Not anything other than
Not
that Henry Cavill likes it a lot,
he
and
does.
I see memes about it all the time. But that's really it, and I don't retain any of that information because some of them are funny or interesting, but like I don't retain it.
Well, like Henry Cavill's also fucking. I mean, I'm excited that he's into it, but like his favorite army is the Ultramarines.
Is that bad?
They're basic. That's like saying like, what's your favorite Star Wars? Like I like Anakin. It's like saying your favorite superhero is Superman.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Sorry, I was eating some from the slot bucket. I hope my gross eating noises don't make it on onto the microphone.
Guys, start harassing in the chat if he's being gross.
I
You
got
know.
one person watching. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, guy, do it.
Guess who it is? It's me watching.
It's about to be me too.
It'll take a little time for people to pile in here.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Is that you, Jacob?
I have not joined yet.
Oh, it's not Jacob.
Well,
It's not
that's
you,
okay.
Jacob. Apologize, chat. While I'm eating out of my slop bucket, my patented Baskerville slop bucket.
There, I'm on your stream now. My computer sucks though. So.
I like how as soon as I start eating from the slop bucket, 3 more people show up.
Really? What you did?
They're here for the slop. They love the slop bucket.
You get 2 other viewers besides me, so.
They love the slop bucket. The slop bucket is what brings
They want
the
to hear
fans.
the bastard nomming ASMR.
I've done that once. I regretted doing
Oh,
that.
Basker.
I regretted doing that. I did that on stream once years
Basker,
ago.
I'm crying at you now.
But
Why
yeah,
would you do that?
going on to the story that I was telling you before, about like me almost having a fucking panel at an anime convention. Back in like 2020, back when everybody was doing all these like online conventions and stuff and online concerts and shit, there were a lot that were hosted through like VR chat and Discord. And there was one that I was approached for fucking, what do you call it, Royal Voices, which is the ASMR group that I was a part of. And if you look at my Instagram and you look at my pinned post on there, of like my highlight, I still have it up there. It slipped my mind, but apparently like my most recent audio at the time was like the one audio that I regret the most. There's an audio that I did, right, that I chose because I was worried about what would happen to the other guys if they had gotten it. And it was basically an audio of me kidnapping the listener and holding them hostage, and like,
that's Chewie, you're getting kidnapped.
Yeah, you're getting kidnapped, Chewie. And basically the entire comment section was a nightmare of just people like having their weird fantasies about me doing that to them. And then, like, of course,
horrible.
that was the fucking image they used for the fucking con announcement. That's what they used for my fucking announcement. Shout out to IamiCon, that'll never happen ever again. All because too many fucking creepers and pedophiles were contacting them.
Oh.
Hey Chewie, welcome to the stream. Did you get darktide downloaded?
Yeah, I think it downloaded about 20 minutes ago.
I can't believe that you asked him about this earlier and did not have it downloaded.
You know, I kind of forgot that I even uninstalled it because I uninstalled it for Cyberpunk.
Well, also
because
you also had Vermintide, I think, and that would have thrown me off too.
Vermintide? No, I didn't have Vermintide. So.
Oh, you didn't? Really?
Nah.
That's crazy. So
you
lied to me.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't lie to you. I never told you I had Vermintide installed.
You're a funny liar.
Talked about Vermintide,
you were using
sir.
your patented Chewie lies.
Patented Chewie lies? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have no such thing.
Hold on, I have to turn my game down because I forgot this game is like 1,000,000 fucking decibels. There we go. Oh my god. I can't believe Chewie fibbed.
I can.
Chewie fibbed with his Fibonacci sequence.
Okay, Vasquez.
Fuck, what was I talking about?
You guys ready to clock in to our job of serving the Emperor?
So I don't know if it's part of the game right now. But like, I'm playing as RBDs, right? Every quick play I've done has been with other RBDs. So I don't know if that
tracks.
I don't know if it's because like I need to get to a certain part where it's not going to be connecting me with other RBDs players.
Well, no, it doesn't. Like, there's no like set team builds. Everybody can play what the hell they want.
Oh, and apparently Ogrins are broken right now. They're telling people not to play as their Ogrins until they fix it.
But like broken as in like unfun to play. Like
no, broken as in the game doesn't work if you have an Ogrin and you're playing as an Ogrin. If you're playing as an Ogrin with an RBDs and you're using like the pickaxe, apparently the game just shuts down for you.
Oh.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Well, that's sweet of them.
But they were telling everybody like today like something about the new update because there's also a free update that came with the RBDs. Just broke the Ogrin, like that, specifically that weapon. Like they don't know what's causing it, so they're telling everybody to just not play as an Ogrin.
That sucks.
Oh. Man, I'm regretting not having my AC on already.
Are you in a match?
I'm in a match right now. I could leave though.
I mean, if you want, I mean.
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll leave for my bands.
Was it just gonna be you two, or was there anyone else that was gonna play?
It's only me, Chewie, Gonzo, and Chance that have the game.
Chance kept telling us, I'm not working at all tomorrow either. I'll be around. Chance has not joined the party once today.
Yeah, I kind of saw him probably forgetting about the stream because he does.
It's Chance, yes.
Sometimes he comes into these calls where we're streaming and thinks it's Gonzo Goonies.
Excuse me.
He's done that like 3 times where he's popped in here thinking that we were just hanging out, like wondering why we're all playing the same game.
I mean, we do that on Gonzo Goonies too, but...
Hold on, it's Sister Prime.
I'm ready to serve my god Emperor. I'm ready to clock in.
Are you though? Are you though?
Skip the Battle for Tertium campaign? What?
Yeah, so you know how like you go from like level 1 to 30?
Yeah.
Um,
Did they
So-
streamline that? I
They
didn't know I was
streamlined
in a
that.
campaign.
yeah, no, that it was all campaign. That 1 to 30 is campaigns. I started from scratch and just like played through everything
I
right
will
now.
do the same. I didn't know there was like streamlined missions that made sense as far as when you play them.
Because I wanted to get my character from like level 1 to level whatever, because that's part of the fun of these games. I like seeing the number go up. But
Okay,
yeah,
well I did the same. I doubt it matters much.
you have dog now.
Oh no, I don't have dog.
You don't have dog?
I didn't pay for dog.
Oh,
I'll pay
no.
for dog another time.
Another time? What'd you get
Oh.
then? What are you playing as a think killer?
I think, man.
A thinkman?
Mm-hmm.
Henry Thinkman?
I like when I'm at like 70% peril, Nurgle starts giving me head scratches on my brain.
He fucking taps in your fucking noggin like that angry lady from I don't even fucking remember what I was talking about. What I was referencing. It was too vague of a memory.
He's like, yeah, good little psyker.
Oh, little tiger, have a little
Thank
bit of
you, Papa.
Ebola for a treat.
And then, you know, I start exploding and Slanesh draws me to her.
They don't get along very well.
No. Then I'm on all fours and just,
It's a bad week. It's just a bad week for you.
yeah.
And that's a whole week too. That is a whole week. To the minute.
It's Monday, so like my week hasn't like, you know.
I got a whole long week of being unemployed coming up, so
Yeah, that's you're crazy.
You're gonna have so much fun now.
nobody's hiring me.
So what's the Archimedean story? And like, why does he have a robot dog?
You went to the police academy with Adam Sandler, and
Okay.
yeah, and Rob Dyrdek was there, and then we're here.
Ridiculous.
So he's
man.
literally just a piece of crap canine officer.
They
That's-
didn't.
okay.
It didn't seem to have like a. Like you know how for like the rejects you have like the whole segment you can play where you're getting broken out of your cell.
Mhm.
They don't have that for the Arbiter. For you, you just kind of make yourself, and then like you determine like a rough backstory as to why you're already on Tertium. So like you're already here. You're in one of the precincts. Hey Corbin,
Yeah, it makes sense.
how's it going, man? We have a dog. I'm just waiting on Chewie.
You probably mistakenly stuck your dog on an entire group of civilians. And...
Oh, I have mine here because the lore reason for my character is that he is investigating why Tertium stopped fucking tithing.
Tertium's not paying their taxes.
Well, that's how Nurgle. Thank you. His name is Scruff McGruff. We can pet the mastiff. We can pet the dog. Fucking because that's how Nurgle actually takes over entire planets. He's done it multiple times. Where like he forces the governors to either like fall to Nurgle in general, or the planet gets fucking glassed by the fucking Ministerium for not tithing enough.
John Policeman, okay.
Oh, just sent me a dude. Yeah, there you are. John Policeman. My dog's name is Scruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruff.
Yeah, the crime dog.
Oh, Sebastian, I sent it to my
Lovely.
friend. My friend, she said, haha, and then I was like, he yelled at me when I said I was showing my friend who loves her, and she immediately put the crying laughing emoji.
That's really funny.
Oh, I gotta restart. Oh, no, I can't upgrade any of my stuff.
Yeah. Oh, did it? What do you mean you can't upgrade your stuff?
It says I have to complete the battle for Tertium. Four? Oh, lord.
That's weird. Maybe once you beat a mission.
Well, yeah, it's saying I have to beat missions. I'm like, what the? Oh, I can't upgrade anything now. Alright, let's just go.
Yeah, I think we gotta do like the campaign one by one. Because they have
Last
they have cutscenes now. Like you know how like after you'll finish a mission, sometimes they'll have like a little thing of like the guy in the box like
Yeah.
"Rah, rah, rah," barking at you. They have that as a cutscene now. After the fact, so you're not like missing stuff or accidentally canceling out.
So was this
dialogue.
game early access? Why wasn't this here when...
Welcome
they
to the
dropped
magical world of fucking like live
25.
access. Yeah, it's not what do you call it?
Live
Early
service?
access, but it's live service.
service?
Yeah.
it? Hasn't this game been out for like 3 years?
Yes, but it's live service.
The only live
They did
service-
this with fucking Division.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the only live service game that's good is Helldivers. That's the only one that's been consistently good.
Warhammer. No. Fucking. What do you call it? Warframe.
Well,
I
Warframe,
don't care about. I mean,
I think
no.
Warframe.
You don't care about it.
I think
but
Warframe.
care
but-
about
I
it.
think
Should we
Warframe
have the
has the
group?
most consistent like.
Do we have the group bullies you when you bring up Warframe? So I don't really think.
No,
much of
they
it.
don't.
They don't.
What are you on
They
about?
shit talk Warframe all the time.
I
Well,
bully.
yeah,
I
that's
bully
because-
Chance because he's into fucking Destiny 2.
Destiny?
That's
Yeah.
because they
Right.
get sappy and sad when they do play with me and I don't hold their hands. I'm like, figure it out.
Figure it out, pussy.
Learn today.
Exactly.
Have Drake, yo, malice.
Is this the first mission? The
I
second
don't
mission, third
fucking
mission?
know. It's just
So,
a mission.
Is it not like telling you? It's not giving you mission 1, mission 2, mission 3? Like,
Hey, Chewie, I can tell you this. You can count the amount of fucks I give on a closed fist.
I mean, that's
All
a
you
lot
need is Warhammer lore to pick up girls. I know because it's how I got my... Dude, that's so real, though. You know how many fucking girls I've actually, like, gotten a first date with because of fucking Warhammer?
For me, it's Halo lore.
Halo lore is also up there, man. Did you know one of my favorite deathcore bands,
Oh my god, they're all police officers.
yeah.
I feel out of place.
They're all white,
Am I
too.
safe?
Hold on, I gotta take a bite out of my slot bucket. Hold on.
Thank goodness racism amongst humans doesn't exist in 40k. Unless you're a mutant. Or a psyker. Or poor.
Or an
look
abhuman.
Too different. Or an abhuman. Maybe I take it back.
Or an Eldarian.
At least they're not colorist. There we go.
There is interplanetary mild colorism in Warhammer.
Listen, it's not plastered everywhere, alright? So like I'm just gonna take that as a win.
Nobody's fucking a Warhammer anyway. Who cares?
Oh right, I have the flamethrower. I can't change this either. God damn
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Welcome to fire.
I kinda don't want this.
Set 'em on fire with your brain, Chewie. I think it's crazy you need a funny staff to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't know. It's literally just a staff. It helps you channel different powers of the fucking.
They are gonna nerf this shotgun soon, I promise you.
Oh, going
Warhammer is 90% space racism, and I love it. That's because it was written by the British people in 1970s. All because of Rogue Trader, man. Ooh, no, leave me alone. Take this. Police mine. Police mine. How come the police have fucking APCs? I was reading about this recently. Apparently some precincts have, like, APCs for police.
A lot of precincts do. Even the sheriff's offices have freaking
Why?
Mine don't, but
Why? I know I know MPs have them, but, like, why the fuck do you, like, they have
because
access?
they're allowed to buy expired military surplus equipment.
Which is crazy to me, because some of the stuff they're getting is, like...
Straight up tank
we-
stuff, yes.
If we use it in, like, a war scenario, it's considered a war crime, but not if it's on a, like...
Why do you think
policing.
police budgets are so deflated? They're spending their money on, like, military level equipment that they don't need.
They're buying...
Remember the first scene in Compton? Where they drove an APC through that person's house?
Oh, I forgot about that, because the cops...
They
told them
didn't
stay
need
in
to
military.
do that!
How's it go-
There's zero purpose to do that for street level thugs. It was a gigantic waste of money.
Rat says because the cops are tools of the state, military equipment are also tools of the state. Yeah, fair enough. Police dumb. There, I said it. I said
Like,
it.
if I'm not mistaken, just about every, like, police precinct, at least in Palm Beach County that I know of, has, like, armored Humvees.
Well, we're also in the South.
Like,
we had a
Night
whole...
Sharks.
We had a fucking problem recently where, like... when I say recently, like 10 years ago, we had a police chief that we finally got rid of him because he refused to have any patrol cars that weren't Dodge Chargers,
Oh my god.
and he wanted to have them like what do you call them? He wanted it so that they had as much armor as you could put on them, because you have to as like a police
Oh no.
police vehicle.
Oh no, it's chewing on me. Oh no.
I don't understand. I don't understand why we don't
ripping me
use
apart.
Crown Vics anymore. Beautiful cars.
Beautiful,
You're not
but
wrong.
you know we have better, faster. That's pretty much the only
But
reason why.
also it's it became expected, but also it's like
And they don't make them
not,
anymore, so there's
it's
that.
Oh,
also
yeah.
not like I mean I've also noticed it's not like unmarked cop cars and stuff aren't noticeable because they always have their stupid ass spotlight and like two extras and antennas on the top of their SUV, and I'm like,
Well, it's
that's
because
gotta
they
be-
have to. They have to have those.
I mean,
know,
not
so it's
anymore. Oh my god.
No, I always see it because I
Oh,
always
Chewie.
see cars that show up behind me that
Chewie,
look
your
like
bones.
they might be.
Oh my
And
god.
they're never cops. The only ones that are cops have like the spotlight and like an extra antenna or two on the top of their car.
Don't worry,
All the
baby
ones that
boy.
look
I'm
like
after
they-
you.
I mean, I don't know what undercover cars you're seeing, but around me, it's like there's always like telltale signs you can tell it's an undercover cop. The biggest one being that like if you can't see through the tint, no matter the
Oh.
car, it's probably a cop.
Yeah. Well, not so much in my area, but
Like, granted, you're probably not gonna see like Honda Accords or like
See this
you know
viewer said like
Nissan
for the
police cop cars. If you see those, they're doing something actually extremely serious. But most undercover cop cars are gonna be like Fords, Chevys, actual American
they're gonna be the ones
cars.
that'll never like draw attention.
Right.
They're gonna be like ones like, oh, you didn't know you're gonna be like caught in a sting on a Tuesday
But
morning.
the number one, and I've noticed this, right? Ford, Chevys, like it doesn't matter if it's an SUV, dark tint, but no roof rails. They will never have roof rails. That's always a giveaway.
I wonder why that is.
They don't put stuff on the roof. They take that off from factory.
Yeah,
All
but,
police cars, like
yeah,
have
but
you,
I
have you
wonder.
seen
I wonder why that is though. Like I know they do that, but like.
well, first of all, they got to put the light structure up. It's going to get in the way of a
Oh,
roof rail.
you're right.
But the biggest reason is they just don't put it on from factory. Roof rails are an option. You can find them not on like regular normal cars, but
The way you can always tell too is they'll like it'll look like a normal car, but like it's one that'll always have a grill
Yeah, no, that's also I've noticed. Like,
because they have to be able to ram.
and those are not. I mean, I don't know. When you see those, I'm like, that's kind of too obvious.
See, like
I
we
know,
only
but-
we only have that kind of shit because in the U.S. we have guns. So it's like if you say like, oh, there's a policeman who's like actively watching an area like they do in the UK, it's like they would be dead in a week.
Right.
They kind of have to have those. That's purely like a U.S. thing. Oh man, who's your favorite sci-fi fictional cop, Chewie? And why is it Judge Dredd?
I literally was thinking Judge Dredd in my head. Get out.
I mean,
Was
Why
that
are you
was
like
that
this? Get
was
out of
that
my-
was that 2010s era Judge Dredd movie good?
It's
the Carl
decent.
Urban one?
I think it was John. No, not John Travolta. What's his
no,
name?
there's been,
Sylvester Stallone.
No, that was from
That was-
that's
that
from
was
the
not
fucking
20
80s.
that's like
Really?
80s, 90s,
Yeah. They made it
I
on the.
swear they made another
Chewie.
one with the
Chewie,
with
2010
Sylvester
is
Stallone again.
No, it's Carl Urban.
Yeah,
Is it? Oh.
Yes, he's Judge Dredd too.
I've heard that one's really good.
I've heard it's good. Yeah, it's not getting like anything continued, but like
RoboCop
Carl Urban
is better. I love the concept of RoboCop. I love that like the most accurate depiction of Detroit.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked the 2014 RoboCop movie. I think it was really good.
I liked it too. I just think people again were like too caught up in like nostalgia.
Yeah, but as far as like a reimagining of like
Just an
RoboCop goes, I liked it a lot.
There was an added level of like dread to it. The Judge Dredd movie was fun. Yeah, I love Judge Dredd. That's how I got introduced to the character. The reason why the Arbites look so much like Judge Dredd is because when the original Judge Dredd comics were being made, that's when Rogue Trader came out, and all the people who were working on Rogue Trader back in the 80s were fans of fucking what do you call it, Judge Dredd. That's why he looks like that.
That's why he looks like that.
Why does he look like that though?
what the fuck just happened?
It's okay, Jacob. It's okay. We'll duct tape it back
No,
on.
I basically abducted a child in Ark, and
You abducted a child in Ark.
so they ascended. They added babies. So like if you kill if like the parents are dead or whatever, you can like imprint on the babies and like.
Are we talking
immediately
baby
stand them.
dinosaurs?
No.
Yeah, baby dinosaurs. Well, this This wasn't a dinosaur. It was a mammal. It was a I'm not gonna even bother on it on call.
Paradoxalosis.
You just said baby with little context, and I'm like, when do
Yeah,
they have,
you
like,
didn't.
actual children in
He did this
Arctic?
earlier. He fucking did this earlier. We were talking about I forget what we were fucking talking about. We were talking about the stick of truth or some shit. Where he was talking about police having a cult where they sacrifice black people in the basement, and then the words that he said after the fact was like, and then it was real, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean it was real?
No, Chewy, so he mentioned South Park, and I brought up that because me and Chance were like shook that you told us that yesterday and didn't know it was real. And the way Basker took it when I said that me and Chance didn't know it was real, Basker took it as that it was a real life
because
thing.
The way you worded it was like, yeah, Chewy was talking about it and like showed us the stick of truth, and we were surprised it was real. And I was like, when you said that, I didn't my brain didn't cross the bridge of like, oh, it was an actual like South Park bit. My part of my brain was like, oh yeah, there was a South Park bit, but it was based on something that actually happened.
No, not actually happened.
Like that's how my brain processed that information.
Yeah, Chewy, we already went over that. I explained that it wasn't, but the way I phrased it apparently made it think like you were telling me Chance was real.
I was in the middle of I had my phone in my hand. I was about to look it up. That's how. That's how much conviction he had in his voice, Chewy.
Well, because I was like, he brought up a South Park thing for whatever we were talking about. I was like, yeah, Chewy's telling me and Chance this thing yesterday about like these cops that sacrifice black guys in their basements.
Jesus Christ.
And we were like, we didn't know that was real, and Basker took it as real life.
In the stick of truth, the police officers are secretly sacrificing black people to an eldritch god.
Yeah, just like the police do in Compton every Tuesday.
Can you say that on stream?
God.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Come after me, pigs.
Okay, we're gonna get Andy or Gonzo.
Fuck the police.
You're gonna find me floating down a river 4 days from now, a bloated corpse.
Basker hasn't streamed in a while.
Well, that was really crazy. We haven't heard Basker's Forge in a little while. I hope it hasn't exploded mysteriously.
Basker's face down in the stream, slowly drifting down the water.
Like fucking Gohan in the fucking movie. Yo, I'm going to my girlfriend's place to watch Golden Girls because it's my day off. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, man. Thanks for popping by, Corbin.
So you weren't here when Basker was telling me about how he put a muzzle on his Forge and it melted.
Oh yeah, so
put a what on his what?
So on my Forge, I have a voyer, right, which is like the air intake pipe. But I have an issue where like the pipe will sometimes get choked with ash, as it is tend to do. So I had some like steel grate nearby, and it was just some like rusted piece of shit that I had in my yard, right? I just roughly like cut it and beat it into shape of like the voyer, so it could be like a little muzzle to go over the voyer, so like the ash wouldn't go into it, right? The first time I used it, it melted a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's crazy, whatever. And today I looked at it and like I was like, man, like my Forge isn't getting hot today, and I like looked at it and the entire fucking thing just melted to shit. It gave up the ghost after like 8 different like forging sessions. Oh man, and that shit was getting hot too. Like it was getting like yellow hot, so it was getting around like 2,000 degrees.
Good times.
I was playing God, and he was not happy with me.
God was tired of your bullshit, Basker.
He's been tired of my shit since 1998. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're old.
Take it back.
Just kidding.
Take it
just
back.
Kidding.
I've been getting those weird fucking ads on Instagram that get directed towards you when you hit a certain age, where it's like, here's a dating app for old men. You're old, right? And I was like, no!
So, Basker, I was going to tell you, the friends that I hung out with, and like I'm hanging out with again, are in their 30s, so they're actually not that old.
Yeah, we're not old. I'm not even 30 yet.
Well, okay, I don't want to, you know, this is going to be quiet because I don't want to be heard, but one of them is almost, like, kind of almost 40.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, rat.
Like, I'm not calling them old.
No, not you. Fucking rat in the chat just called me old in all capitals.
Oh, that's who it is, okay.
That's one of their many aliases.
Gabriel B.
They do that to avoid the taxes that I send them every month.
Right, you're giving the taxes to Basker.
You're giving the taxes. Give me the
We're on our
Basker
radio.
tax.
You've given us your IP. We know where you live now.
We're triangulating. They live very close to you, actually.
Oh yeah, you did go over that, yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody's ever been
Do
here
my
multiple times, they know where I
bidding,
live.
Jacob. Grab your mighty lance.
What do I get? What do I get in return?
You will have the mighty vestiges of Baskervillia.
Get money? I want money.
Many shekels made of Basker's image shall be sent to your home in 5 postal days. Please allow for 2 extra days to process in the mail before
Shut
you
up,
are.
I had enough of it already. It was funny that I was like at the point of like, I don't want to hear him anymore. Shut up.
Oh my god. we're gonna play a fun game called How Long Can Basker Have the AC Off before they start like falling into delirium.
Not very long. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have faith in you.
Oh man, I could do it. I once did a 5-hour long recording session where I was screaming with no AC.
This is because we don't listen to the fan blast for like 20 minutes. That's why it's better, right?
Yeah, that's why. See, I know I can take this heat because I've done like 5 to 6 hour long recording sessions. You know, with no AC in the middle of the summer in hotter conditions than this.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it. I've done it.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying you're insane. But
I'm more powerful than you know.
You have problems.
I have many of them.
Oh, you texted me too.
Yeah, I did.
Who did?
I texted Chewy earlier when we were rambling about like.
Hey Chewy, I wanted to ask, how did the second Overwatch game session go last night?
I had an Overwatch session.
You were so far ahead.
The second you left the call to go join another one.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't gonna call you out. The other one, but
I made a lobby.
Right.
I got full.
Did you get banned again?
No, but you know I'm getting there probably.
I'm getting those strikes.
For the sake of your stream, I won't say what I named it, but
Text
it was horrible.
Text it to me.
Right,
Why do you tempt them this way? Like,
Chance got
Dude,
mad about.
I've been doing it since Overwatch 1!
yeah! And guess what? You've been banned like 3 times!
No, I haven't! That was my first banning! What do you
Really?
mean?
Chewy,
Really?
Yes!
How?
Yes!
Chewy, I'm assuming the name the second time was worse than the one earlier that Chance got mad about you about.
Oh, all the way. Much worse than that one.
What? It was a different one? Or was it the same one?
No, it was worse than that.
Okay,
For sure.
so the first one, what was it? Cum Guzzler?
No. It was Cum Bubble.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Cum Bubble. That's so much better.
I forgot that's what you fucking called your shit.
It
it wasn't
Cum
Guzzler.
Bubble.
It was Bubble.
Oh my god, Chewy. This is why you'll never
don't-
be allowed to be like
Yeah.
a teacher position.
Chewy, whatever the name of the other
Me,
one
a
was.
teacher. I am not suited around children.
Chewy, you need to send the other one to the Instagram. I don't know what it is either, and I kind of know now.
It has to be bad if they're not gonna say it.
If he won't say, if he was fine with Cum Bubble and he won't say this one, it's bad.
The one he got banned for was fucking awful.
He got
What?
banned
It
for
was
hating-
not vid, but sound 21 plus. That wasn't even that
No.
bad.
No,
But
that's
it's
not
on
what it really-
Overwatch. You know?
No, Chewy, you got banned for one specifically, because you got reported 4 times. That's
Yeah,
really
by
all.
4 different people.
Creamy tips and slimy
Yeah.
Yeah.
splits.
Chewy.
For context, Chewy got banned for like what, almost a month?
A month.
No, it
For-
was a month.
It was a
For
month, yeah.
for having inappropriate like custom match names on Overwatch.
He got about 5 different names reported. 4 of them were different ones. 1 of them was reported 4 times.
Yeah, it was creamy tips and slimy slits. One of them that was trimmed bush only.
But the creamy tips one got reported 4 different times. By
The thing
4
is
Yeah,
that
that one
that's
got
even
reported
wilder
4
than like
times.
all the shit that we used to see back in the day at the height of Overwatch. I don't even know why you're being allowed to do that much.
Dude, I've been doing this since like my conception.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Like, how are you tempting fate, and how have the gods watched you laugh jovially?
Basker, after he told us about the Combo one yesterday, which wasn't even a
See,
successful lobby.
the thing
which
is-
I won't expose Chewy for it, but like it wasn't a.
Oh wait, I
successful
remember.
one.
I remember what I made it. It was Kingly Girth and Lady Grip. That's what I named it.
Is this the one that you just said you wouldn't say on call?
Oh, that's
Chewy.
good though. That's really funny.
I know, but is this the one you just told us you weren't gonna say on call?
Yeah, no, I honestly forgot what I named it. I thought it was bad, but no, I remember.
Chewy's getting
It was
banned again.
Kingly Girth and Lady Grip, and then
That
later I
is
named
getting
it BBC Throat Goods.
That's not okay. That's probably a little bit.
Chewie's getting banned again.
The one that you thought was the worst one was not that bad, but the throat goat one was like, I could see that one coming back to haunt you.
You know, Stream, we know how bad his ban was because he sent us the screenshot of the 8 reports. He got reported 8 times.
Yeah. No, it was only 5 times.
They keep trying to ban him to the Ether realms, but he keeps finding a way back.
Oh no, was it like 6 times?
No,
it was 6 times. No, was it 8? Shit.
It was 8. I swear to God, it was 8 because 4 of them were just for the one, and then there were 4 others.
Jesus, that making me sound so bad.
Okay, but you're not helping me.
It's making me sound so
Your
bad.
shit is always bad! It was always bad! Like, you make me sound so awful. I'm like, dude, really?
See, I think the issue is that
Bunch of prudes
they
here.
allow what I say within the filtering, so like, unless somebody reports me, they don't know.
This is... Chewie, you're gonna be the reason we can't have fucking, like custom names. Is this shit, like, why Dark Souls has the fucking, like phrase system they have, instead of, like, allowing you to type shit out? You fucking gremlin.
It's the reason Call of Duty removed the custom avatar.
Did they remove those?
That's been gone for like a decade, Basker.
Oh my... Well, here's my thing. I was more of a Battlefield guy, and Battlefield never got rid of those.
I mean, I don't think it's an avatar. It's like, it's not the avatar, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
Yeah, the custom emblems.
Yeah, they removed that like 10 years ago.
I wonder if DICE is still...
yeah, I think after Black Ops 2, they axed that right in the butt.
Well,
too many people were straight up doing racism on their banners.
Well, yeah, I've seen images of some of those, Chewie. Those things are like cancelable.
Well, the reason
straight up Nazi images hanging, you know,
the reason why was around the time Black Ops 2 came out, they were actively... This is like right around the time that like esports was like a brand new thing that was becoming viable. Yeah. Which is too, because like the Olympics have their own esports committee. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know they do, because I remember watching.
But it's like weird fucking like archery like games.
What the fuck?
It's weird shit. It's not like Overwatch or anything. It's just like
games that actually have esports.
Yeah, it's like a weird shit of like, here's a sports game that some random fucking Finnish company made that no one's gonna play ever outside the Olympics. Like, you might as well just have them play like fucking Wii Sports Olympics 2009 just over and over and over again.
That's kind of crazy. It should be like actual competitive games.
It's not going to, and the reason why is because you would have to work with a lot of shit. Because there's a lot of games that are extremely violent, and a lot of countries don't want to be associated directly with that kind of stuff.
Ah, that makes sense.
But fucking... I remember, like, whenever Call of Duty World War II came out, they made a whole thing about the online version. They had to get rid of all of the Nazi emblems and imagery because it could not be played on an international circuit for esports otherwise.
People couldn't just not be Nazis.
Well, no, it was because of places like Germany. You're not allowed to display Nazi imagery without it being educational.
Wait, but you said this was for zombies. Who plays what esports has zombies?
No, World War II. Call of Duty World War II.
But you said zombies after that.
No, I said Call of Duty World War II. I never said zombies. Zombies never entered into the lexicon here. I'm gonna roll back the fucking stream.
I don't care enough, actually, so...
I'm tired of you fucking Mandela effect shit.
I don't care enough to actually win. I don't care. I don't want to go into this.
But, yeah,
anyways,
in Germany, you're not allowed to, in Germany, and I think Poland, and I want to say some other European countries, you're not allowed to legally display any kind of Nazi paraphernalia.
I mean, that makes sense.
Without it being educational, which tracks, because...
Yes.
Yeah. But that
reasons, obviously.
But it also gets in like weird murky territory because you can't even really have it be in movies, I think, unless it's a direct documentary. Like I don't think you could play like movie Valkyrie, right?
Most movies, yeah, other than like stuff like that, don't use it exactly. They fucking mess with it. Other than the CW, which went fully into the Nazi stuff.
Well, CW, it was Hydra, wasn't it?
No, it's not Marvel. It was Crisis on Earth X, which is like... Oh,
yeah.
There's 52 Earths, but this is the 53rd one that no one is allowed to talk about because it's Nazis. Oliver Queen is the Führer.
Am I crazy?
Oliver.
Or was there like a
Yes.
supervillain in the DC universe who is topless and has two
Yes.
Nazi
No, you're right.
swastikas painted on her
Yes.
tits?
It's funny. I saw a thing about her today because so the main thing I've seen her in is The Dark Knight Returns. You know, Frank Miller's thing with like an older Batman.
Right?
But I saw a thing today that like, because somebody was getting for some reason getting mad about the fact, if you've ever seen the Joker comic where he's like, it's a Marvel thing.
That's a
He's
Marvel
working with the
thing.
Reds.
Oh yeah,
No,
he's like,
well,
I might be a villain, but I'm not a.
I'm a psychopath, but I'm an American.
I'm an
psychopath.
American psychopath.
But then this person got mad because he's like, I hate this because you've seen him with that topless chick. He's working with her as like his henchman happily. And I was like, okay, sure you can be mad about that, but like, why are you mad that like they made him an anti-Nazi? Like, why is that the problem you're having?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that
so,
shit.
Okay, I agree. It's kind of stupid. The Joker's insane. And he just hates everyone, so it doesn't entirely fit. But it's also very funny. It's a very funny panel set.
It's also important to
everyone
note that
loves
like
it.
Joker's like current personality is a relatively new phenomenon because originally he was just a guy who liked to steal things.
Well, yeah, originally the Joker was in like 2 comics, didn't appear for 20 more years, and then came back.
I love to kill people, says Joker as he's robbing a store.
Well, I remember hearing this like years ago, like that after his like first appearance or like his first or second one, he didn't appear for like 20 or 30 years.
Because he was scary. Kids
Well,
hated him.
No, because I think he allegedly died.
Yeah, they killed him off because kids were scared of him.
Well, yeah, he's a clown,
Yeah.
and that's
And
always
back then, the
wusses
people
and
who were
scared of
buying Batman comics were buying them for their kids in like the 60s.
Well, and also, kids and people are wusses. You're scared of clowns? Grow up.
Children are not like scared, but like, it's usually the kids who aren't like that bothered by it. It's usually
Yeah.
like the parents or.
They're like, well, what are we looking at?
Well, also you gotta remember like back then they also had like the Silver Age of comics where like.
Well, the comics code.
Yeah, the comics code, and there was a lot of shit in regards to that with his original depiction. They had to change.
Well, yeah, where Marvel couldn't do half the stuff they wanted, and then at one point they just said "fuck you" because they did like an anti-drug comic, and they were told that they could not allow the guy because it ends with like the guy like dropping off a roof onto a car dead, like he kills himself, whatever, and they kept being told you can't do it. You're not allowed to. It breaks our code, and Marvel just said we're doing it anyways. Fuck you.
That fucking reminds me. You're not old enough, but Chewie might be old enough. Chewie, do you remember Captain Planet?
I know what Captain Planet is.
Okay. Do you know what Captain Planet is, Jacob? Like what it actually is?
What do you mean?
It's a cartoon mouthpiece that was made directly to be like a mouthpiece for the guy who owns Cartoon Network.
It's funny because it did not last long.
Well, because it was done by Deke, and I think Deke went out of business by the time the show was done airing.
The most I know about Captain Planet, but the thing I'm most familiar with is the fucking like, SNL or whatever thing is Don Cheadle as Captain Planet and killing people.
Yeah, but like, because Captain Planet was fucking crazy. Like, you know how Donald Trump will make these weird little fucking tweets that'll like encompass your fucking brain and our politics about like whatever shit he saw on TV and thought was real. The guy who was in charge of fucking Cartoon Network did that with Captain Planet. Like I remember, like in the '90s, there was a whole fucking episode where he just read randomly that like overpopulation was going to be a problem by like 2020, and so he like made an episode where he's like, which he made a reference to like how China had like the one child policy, and he had the Asian lady character like talk about it at length, and he's like, yeah, it's a great idea. I'm worried about this as a billionaire who owns Cartoon Network. And I distinctly remember there was an anti-drug episode where the Russian girl has like a cousin who, by the way, she's voiced by Phil and Lil from Rugrats, by the way. If you want to ruin your childhood.
I mean,
I never watched Rugrats a lot, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But like, basically, the episode is like this kid, her cousin, right, is addicted to drugs. And there's an entire fucking villain whose entire thing is like just like, I'm giving drugs, I love drugs, and like gives drugs to like all these kids in the neighborhood, including her cousin. And at one point, all these fucking like people are like chasing after them.
Oh my god! No.
And like they're like zombies while they're on these drugs, right? And she watches her fucking cousin break through a window to get to her, like on the side of a building, and it like slashes open both of his fucking wrists, and he fucking dies.
What the fuck?
It's on a fucking Cartoon Network! It's Captain Planet!
Planet?
There was
No wonder.
There was an episode of Captain Planet that I remember as a kid that was talking about the horrors of the fishing industry and like shark finning and like I watched it recently. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm glad I watched Bill Nye more as a kid.
Which is a problem. Like, I feel bad that apparently show makes it really bad, but that is a problem.
No, the fucking episode is like the show starts and like it's this guy from the beginning of like the episode has just been single-handedly overfishing all of the fucking like Japanese like mako sharks. And like he's just pulling it out of the water and like cutting off their dorsal fins and throwing it back in.
I mean, that's what they do, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, one guy was doing it, and they had the villains like, ah ha ha, I'm winning, like, the entire fucking episode.
What the hell is this show?
The fucking 90s were great. Oh, man, I'm sweating. Hold on, I gotta wipe my face.
Dude's dying of laughter just talking about Captain Planet.
Fucking Captain Planet. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, I never would have gathered that from. I've only ever seen very, very minimal clips, and usually it's like the intro. So I never would guess that. The most I've seen, like
everything
I said, is Don Cheadle, like, being like a murderer.
touched was fucking crazy. Did you see the original pilot episode for Sailor Moon that they pitched?
No.
When they bought the rights to Sailor Moon, they were initially gonna do like a weird like Power Rangers Code Lyoko thing. Where like later seasons of Code Lyoko, by the way, I guess they have like a live action section, and then when they go to Lyoko, it's like the CG animation in the later seasons. They had a very similar idea for the original idea of the American adaptation of Sailor Moon, which is going to be like a Power Rangers-esque like live action segment, and then they were going to have like her do the cool transformation. And it looks like shit because Deke animated it themselves in their fucking sweatshop down the road with no ventilation. And like it did not go well. And then when Deke finally did actually like cave and like started making the show, they removed a bunch of shit because Sailor Moon is weird. Like
so most animes.
Well, no, because Sailor Moon they were trying to market to an extremely young audience when it was very much meant for like preteen girls, not like 5-year-olds like me at the time.
You have 5 whole viewers.
Yeah, I had like 9 earlier.
I didn't know you hit 9, but maybe we share them off with Captain Planet.
But yeah, when they finally got their hands on the dub of Sailor Moon, right? And they actually started dubbing it. They changed a lot of shit because they did the 4Kids approach back then of like. They just would buy anime and then dub it because it was cheaper than making their own cartoon.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're gonna make this to a Saturday morning cartoon, and that's why the 90s dub is so fucking weird. Which I fucking love the 90s dub. I almost had a chance to buy the entire thing on VHS recently. And I kicked myself for not buying it. I didn't.
VHS player?
Yes, I do. I have a collection.
I mean, I think we own one somewhere in this house, but like I own 3 VHSs. I got at a random thrift store because my dad told me about it because he'd stopped by there. They had 2 first editions of the Lost World novel, so I bought both of them because it was like $10 total.
But yeah, the thing about like the Sailor Moon thing, buddy.
They had the Jurassic Park VHS, and then I've also at the library before bought like a bunch of the original VHSs of Star Wars, like 2 different versions. But one of them had like some random, instead of Star Wars in the thing, it was Hardware Wars for one of them.
But the thing about Sailor Moon that I was getting to was the Sailor Moon anime. I don't know if you actually sat down and watched it, Jacob. It's crazy.
I've never watched it.
There's a boy band that transforms into women, and they're like their own little like pseudo Sailor Moon thing. I don't know if that's properly explained in the lore of Sailor Moon. There's a really funny one. So in Sailor Moon, 2 of the Sailor Scouts are lesbians, and they're in love, right? They obviously couldn't have that on 90s American TV, especially for a show for kids. Especially not when the Teletubbies were already having issues, where people were claiming Teletubbies are turning their kids gay. So what they did is they rewrote the 2 lesbians in Sailor Moon to be cousins, but they forgot to write out all of the romantic and sexual tension between them. Yeah. Oh, what a time, Andy! Wow, what a time to join the call!
Dude, I'm thinking of like the fucking Planet of the Apes thing. Oh, Oh no!
Oh no, yeah, it's exactly that, and it's something that people didn't pick up
Andy,
on
we're
until
talking
like
about
10 years later.
Andy, we're talking
Of
about
what?
peasant lesbians in Sailor Moon.
We're talking about the
what?
I was talking about how crazy Deke was back in the 90s.
Who's Deke?
Deke, oh
The
my
guys
god,
that,
you're
like,
young, I
animated the
forget.
original Sailor Moon.
Okay, so
Either, but he explained
so
it.
hold on. Deke, right, was I want to say it was a Cartoon Network in-house production studio in the same vein that Frederator was an in-house Nickelodeon studio.
I know
And-
Channel Federator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frederator was the goat.
Deke was like 1990s like Cartoon Network, right? So like Captain Planet was like their main
We went on
product.
Captain Planet, the horribleness of
Captain
Planet.
Planet was crazy, though. It was
Not know how bad
nuts.
it was.
Oh
I did not
my
know how bad it was.
God.
I was just informed of it.
Everything they also had like their own version, like not a version, but they had like a weird fucking like GI Joe ripoff. I don't even remember what the fuck it was called, but like his thing was like he said yeehaw a lot, and he had like a lot of extreme sports because it was the 90s. And like the main villain of that show that I'm trying to remember the name of, his name was Psycho, and they took it down because Psycho they felt was inappropriate for a child audience as a villain name.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Well, because at the time there was a lot of talk about like psychopathy in medicine, and they felt that that was a very ableist thing to do, which I agree with. I think they shouldn't have done that for a kids show. I think that's kind of mean, but
Cool, call him Psycho?
yeah, because Psycho at the time was being used very
I
derogatorily.
guess at the time. Yeah, at the time it's fair.
Because you don't really hear like Psycho being thrown around a lot unless you're on TikTok on the dating side of TikTok.
Well, yeah, you have characters called, like, I'm just going off there's a DC character called Dr. Psycho, or whatever the fuck he's called. I only know this because of Arrowverse, because he makes like he makes like one 5-second appearance in it, like he's gonna be big, and then doesn't ever appear again. It was just at the end of a crossover.
People are more okay with it now, but like at the time there was a lot more discourse over it.
I think this Dr. Psycho character's been around since the 90s, because he's a part of the original Crisis on Infinite Earths.
What? How did this all start talking? I'm like
We're talking about
sidetracked.
Captain Planet.
It is a
Okay.
billion degrees in my room, and I have my ACs off, and I am possibly slipping into delirium.
Okay, maybe you should. Okay, I know your fan is annoying, but like you need to at least.
No,
Okay, but you said you have the heat on, right?
I do not have the heat on. I live in Texas. The heat
Why would you
is
think he has the heat on? You live in Texas.
Yeah, why? What fucking like?
Well, I was making sure. I can't remember. It's been a little. Like,
What
it's been
context
a
would you want the heat?
Dude, I forgot if you said you had it on or
Buddy,
didn't have
it's
the AC
June.
on.
Why would I have
Dude.
the heat on?
Yeah, I want the
How
heat
long
on
you
in
live,
San
Jack,
Juan,
actually?
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
It's not hot enough in Texas.
Basker, I'm gonna go to your house. And
I
turn
want to
it
be
on
extra
and
humid in Utuado, Puerto
Your
Rico.
soft, liberal, sissy body can't handle
Joke's on
Texas
you.
heat.
You think I have any of the fucking heaters anywhere near my home right now?
Basker, I'm gonna bring like 5 heaters to your house and plug them all in your room.
I'm gonna
when
put
you're
a.
sleeping.
Hey Jacob, I'm
So,
gonna put
no.
a funny bullet in your head.
Funny.
No, 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 no!
I'm glad you laughed at that, Jacob, because that could have gone one of two ways.
No!
Chewie, why are you in the bowels right now?
Basker, you've been around me enough. I probably wouldn't have like acted bad about that.
Chewie, why are you getting jumped?
But I'm always getting jumped!
Because you're always by yourself.
Dude, I'm trying to catch up with you guys, but you just never know where you're going, and then I gotta run around, run it
You
back.
gotta use
I'm
your
Is
police
Chewie-
sense,
damn it.
dude. You gotta use
Is
your police
Chewie perhaps
sense.
pulling a Jacob?
Ooh.
Oh,
I would never.
See, Chewie, you'll never have a cool shotgun like
I'm pulling a
mine.
Jacob. What the fuck you mean?
You'll never have a cool shotgun like mine.
Looks like a bulkier KS-23.
Shut up.
I will be right
Shut
back.
up. Shut up, because you're right.
Basker, like, be quiet.
And destroyed.
Ah, man. I'm trying to see if I can remember any more, like, crazy fucking Deke stuff that was going on back in the day. I already talked about briefly the fact that, like, Deke tried to have their own version of Sailor Moon that no one is ever going to see because it got shut down before they even had a chance to finish the pilot episode. Like, apparently kids fucking hated the pilot episode, too.
Oh?
Like, apparently it was not well beloved.
Oh?
Because
Sailor
didn't
Moon.
yeah, so when Deke first came out, right? Or when Sailor Moon first came out, they were tossing on the idea of like making their own Power Rangers-esque like Saturday morning version of that, because again, they were trying to market it to kids. and like they didn't really know how to market shit like that. Like if you watch like Dragon Ball Z, like in the 90s, like the Ocean dub, that's where we get like the Z Warriors. Because they didn't know how to market it as an anime here in the US, because anime wasn't really a thing. The only thing they could really compare it to was like comics. And so they're like, oh, like, you know, the Z Fighters, they're kind of like the Justice Friends or whatever. Fuck it.
Not really, but yeah.
Sailor Moon, they didn't know what to do that with, because there wasn't really an analog for that, aside from, like, Power Rangers, which they were already doing the comic book thing for.
I'm good, Drake.
So, like, they had, like, a bunch of focus groups, and, like, all the kids fucking hated the shit they made. And, like, I've seen little snippets of, like, the version they have, because there is some surviving footage. It looks like shit. It looks bad. Like, Jacob, you ever gone to, like, a Dollar Tree, and you know how they have, like, the $1 movies that you give your fucking, like, 5-year-old, like, nephew that you don't love?
I don't even know about the nephew thing, but I can take your word for it.
How, like, you know how it's, like, really shit, like, digital animation from, like, 1995? Yeah.
No,
it looks like that. It looks like that. It looks like a really shitty, like DSI, like, you know the fucking, like,
The DSI, no!
not the DSI, but what the fuck was that, the Panasonic or whatever? Me and Gonzo were talking about it recently, the fucking, Legend of Zelda games.
Gonzo wouldn't fucking know.
Gonzo would know. Like,
the Philips.
Yeah, the Philips CDI. You know how they had, like, the weird fucking Legend of Zelda?
That was before my time and definitely before Gonzo's, but I know what you're talking about because I've always seen clips of those, like the 2 Zelda games and like the weird Mario one too.
I like you said that as if I was alive to fucking use it.
Were you not?
No!
Was it not like mid-90s?
Buddy, I was born in 96!
Oh, I forgot. No, wait. I thought you just said,
They're calling Basker on.
I'm saying that's what it looked like.
Basker, what do you mean 96? I thought you just said like earlier, like it was like 98.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Earlier today, you were like talking about like something since '98 for you. Is it not 97, 98, or whatever?
Oh, I said God's been trying to take me back since 1997.
Aren't you? Yeah, aren't you? You're 28 now.
Yeah, it took God a year to say he regretted it. I'm 29, by the way. Thank you.
29. What the fuck? Oh, okay.
I had a birthday.
I know. I didn't know you were 28 already. I forgot.
I'm 29. I'm 29.
Yeah. No, I said 28 already.
I'm
like
only
before the one that Before the one that we just said.
Sure, I was taking a bite out of my slop bucket.
God, either of them here for the start of the slop bucket. No, it's Basker putting all the food that his mother cooked into a fucking bucket together.
I do that sometimes whenever I need to eat like fast or like.
What's the problem, Basker? You need to stop.
I just put it like, all into like a bucket. I'm like, I'll just eat this all together. I don't
Put
even
him
care.
down.
It's a fucking slop.
Is that a little cat? Oh my god, is that a little guy?
I could pet the dog. You want to see?
No.
Dog.
I'm about to grab a kitten.
Petting the doggo. Oh my god!
Oh my god, the little doggerino! Paparino! Oh, look at him go! He looks horrifying! Looks beautiful with the pettings!
It knew the weakness of its flesh.
It knew the weakness. It didn't know shit. Look at him. His name is Scruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruff.
Dude, I like how you...
Bro,
have you noticed my character's name at all, Andy?
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Let's see. What is this one?
Okay.
Combat Dex.
Let me guide you in the act of penance.
It's John Policeman.
John Dredd.
John Policeman and Scruff McGruff, the crime dog.
I should
God,
not,
it looks like the
reset my campaign.
Guys, it's him! It's him!
Sucks.
It's the guy.
It's him! Wow, it's the guy!
Let me see the dog. Show dog.
You've heard the thing about the real...
No, look.
The guy, the original McGruff. Oh, you got called old again in the chat, by the way, Basker.
Oh, I know, that was Rat. Their opinion matters not. They haven't paid they haven't paid their Basker tax in 2 months.
Fuck them. Put them down.
Basker tithe.
You must tithe to the Baskerville.
I said tithe.
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 That's the word. That's how you say it, tithe.
Yeah,
The weapon just reset in my face. The hell?
What the fuck, says Chewie?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I wanted to buy that place.
Would you buy a crusher?
I wanted the Blaze Force greatsword.
Would
but
you
it
buy a
just
really nice
disappeared from my
duvet?
base.
It looks like Scooby-Doo, except...
Oh, that's why, because it looks like Scruff McGruff, the crime dog.
McGruff. I don't think his name is Scruff McGruff.
No, his full name is Scruff McGruff. McGruff is
I
the
mean,
name you usually see, because Scruff is his first name. You're not on a first name basis with him.
You've heard about like the original actor for that, right? That he got arrested. If I forgot what his charges were, but it's some like kind of fraud or something.
Yeah, he got. I think it was like fucking tax fraud or some shit.
Something like that. And it was like the
It's
original.
really
McGruff
funny.
is in jail at the moment.
Well, the
The original McGruff is in jail.
guy that originally did fucking what was it? Barney the Dinosaur has his own sex cult.
What the?
Yeah.
I feel like I vaguely heard that, but like. Oh,
It was
God,
a
it's awful.
weird news story that was going around for like 6 months back in like 2017, and then it just disappeared out of nowhere, and no one ever brought it up again.
I mean, there's a good reason that you would never bring that up again. Let's be real.
Why? What's the reason?
This is horrible.
Yeah, but
The amount of childhoods ruined. No, what do you mean?
Did that ruin your childhood? Did you know who the fuck he was before people told you who he was? Exactly.
No, it's like the Noid of what, Domino's?
I love you.
The Noid.
Yeah, the Noid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we want to talk about the Noid on my fucking family-friendly YouTube?
I just remember when they. I
the
just remember
Noid
like,
and
6
the
years ago when they
police
brought.
hostage holdup.
Is that
So-
what happened? Because I remember like 6 years ago when they were making big deals in the commercials. The Noid is back.
Yeah, so the thing about the Noid, for those in the know or who aren't in the know, the Noid was a marketing mascot used by the Domino's Pizza Company, and the idea was that you were supposed to avoid the Noid, as in don't be annoyed, you're gonna get your pizza soon. Shut the fuck up, you fat fuck. Stop calling us. I'm driving it right now. They removed it because there was a guy who had schizoaffective disorder. I don't know if he was properly like schizophrenic or not. But he drove to like a Domino's, and he claimed that he thought that the commercials were about him specifically because his last name was Noid, and he held a pizza place hostage for like I think like a couple hours, and like the police ended up like giving him a I think his demand was like he wanted like some book, some conspiracy theory book.
Stop it.
No, play the game. What are you doing, Chewie?
Doing to my
So
talents, going to my stuff.
As you're
Hold on.
saying,
But yeah, like that's why they took it down because like that happened and like Domino's was like, oh, that's not good.
that's why like in like 2018, 2019 they kept having the commercials. The Noid is back.
The Noid is back, yeah, because like that happened in like 1992, I think.
So they killed the Noid for 20 years.
Yeah, they had him shackled in like the cellars of fucking Domino's.
Please let me out.
The only reason they let him out for like 2 weeks and then Gonzo fucking captured him, tied him up in his basement. We haven't seen him since.
That's why for Gonzo. Gonzo wants to be the mascot now.
Gonzo's been harvesting the grease from his forehead to fuel his fucking Gonzo
From the
powers.
crevices.
You should actually stop talking, you fucking fuck. Why
From
you
the
like this
crevices
bastard?
of Noid.
Hitting 3 or more enemies with an attack grants you 20 plus.
Bastards need to be like put down. Why I cannot find this little fucking box for my XP stick?
Coherency deal addition.
Where
2
is it?
damage versus staggered. Man,
I
the
can't
RBD
find it.
skill tree is weird.
I can't find it.
Because it's a support type of class, though, right?
Well, yeah, it's a support class, but like it's branched in weird ways. Because like the other classes are branched into like 3 different like places, where you have like here I'll show you what I mean. They have like all your normal stuff, and then once you get here, it's like your grenades, and then once you get here, then you get like your no, because these are your auras, right? Yeah, these are your auras, and then you get down here, and then this is like your abilities. But the other, it's broken up weird here because it's usually like all over here and like much bigger, and then here, and then here it's fucking massive.
Separate trees, and
Yeah.
these are like mostly interlinked or some interlinked.
Interlink. Do you feel emotion? Interlink.
Interlinked. Do you want to have takeout? Interlinked.
Interlinked. I love the slop bucket. Interlinked.
Interlinked. You will eat the bugs. Interlinked.
Interlinked. Mealworms are delicious. Interlinked. Joe, are you done reading?
Hold on.
How many points could you possibly have?
I had 3.
Buddy, I'm
Okay.
dyslexic and it didn't take me that long.
okay, I'm trying to read out and like get a build going. Like, God forbid I try to like math this shit out.
God forbid.
And let me start the next mission.
No.
Stop it!
I'm on the street. I have the money, man. I'm the cop.
Judgment.
I have the
Do
dog.
the campaign so I can unlock all the bullcrap. Thank you.
Okay.
Get it together.
Come on, McGruff, let's go.
Chewie, what's your favorite like cartoon dog?
Courage.
Courage?
Courage.
Can I give you some cartoon dog lore?
About courage?
Not about Courage specifically. So
What, like Rocco's Modern World type?
So
we never
do you-
did finish the Velma talk.
yeah, we did talk about Velma earlier, but
We never finished.
we'll,
it. I'm gonna bring it up when we're done.
we'll bring that up later on. But
Finish your thing here.
so Chewie, you know about Hong Kong Phooey, right?
God, what a name.
Hong
Did I
Kong
remember that?
Phooey.
I've never watched it, obviously, but I know what it is exactly.
So I didn't know this until recently, but apparently
Hold on. It was a 3D animated show. There was a
It was not
black
3D.
guy and Asian. No.
It's
I'm thinking of a completely
they might
different
have
show.
let me say it, motherfucker. They might have remade it into like a 3D animated whatever. But like it was a show from like the 60s, like Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, I'm talking about the one I saw when I was a kid. So what the hell?
It might be the same thing, just like
Calling them
have
C-
done a
what the
remake.
fuck are you talking about? CG.
They might have done a
I
remake.
swear to God, there was a CG remake of Hong Kong Phooey. Black guy with an afro, Asian girl, and a fat white man.
You can
What the
probably
fuck?
Google it and you get a response.
I don't even know what you're referring to. Anyway, the
I'm gonna look it up.
original voice actor. I didn't know this till recently, but the original voice actor for Hong Kong Phooey is the fucking black dude from The Shining. The guy that
hell?
tells Danny about like you got The Shining. I call it The Shining. And he gets killed by Jack Nicholson with the axe. Gets hit like right in the chest. Nobody? Okay.
Nope.
I've never
No.
watched the movie.
Really?
I've not watched
That's a
it.
good movie. It'll fuck up your week, but it's a good movie.
I'm uncultured.
It's funny that that's like Stephen
Oh.
King's.
Which is
favorite,
weird
like,
because Chewie,
adaptation
you're
of his
usually
book.
the most cultured person in the room.
Am I?
Usually.
I never remember my culture references.
Second only to Gonzo, because Gonzo has like weirdly specific culture. Like Gonzo knows about weirdly obscure things. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Gonzo knows I'm talking about when I talk about like the original Sailor Moon fucking pilot.
He probably will. I was never a Sailor Moon guy. Talk to me about Dragon Ball Z and all its intricate lore. I got you there.
I think the most strange fucking mutation I saw with like YouTube culture was how like the Dragon Ball Z fandom kind of mutated. Same with like Naruto, where like there were anime fans and then there were Dragon Ball Z fans.
Right.
Like there was
Did
like
they mutate, or
Very
did they
different groups
branch?
of people.
Did they branch off?
they mutated because whenever Naruto and Dragon Ball Z were at their peak here in the US when they were first introduced, they were marketed as like superhero cartoons. Like Naruto.
Well, I think it's a thing that it's like, fucking, it was very popular to like black people, but anime wasn't popular until like what? Attack on Titan came out and became like a
later
fucking...
than that. That was one of the
Even
reasons
later
why.
than that?
Like one of the reasons why anime got popular was because of that. But I think it had more to do with not necessarily that one, but One Punch Man.
Oh, true. I mean, I lived through the paradigm shift where like anime's cool and mainstream now, and I'm like,
Oh, dude,
y'all
I
are calling me a loser and a virgin. But
I had
alright,
I had the weird experience of like in middle school getting absolutely fucking bullied to like in high school like everybody's like, no, don't fuck with Basker. Basker's nice. To like everybody who like used to bully me and give me shit in middle school like texting me in like 2018 they're like, oh, like, hey man, like I actually checked out some anime that you were like reading the manga to like back in middle school. Pretty good shit. Sorry for bullying you. Like,
Pretty good shit. Sorry for bullying you.
like I think at some point I had friends who like I guess I was reading Karin back in the day, which the manga here in the U.S. is not called Karin. It was called Chibi Vampire because it was published through Tokyo Pop, and they had like another manga I think called Karin, and so they didn't want to like fuck up the
Fuck! Fucking flinch me.
what do you call it? They didn't want to mix up their properties. And like one of my friends recently just gave me a text message from like middle school, I was like, hey, is this like so and so? And I was like, yeah, it's me, Baskin. Like, oh, cool, man. Remember that one like manga I used to read called Chibi Vampire? And I was like, yeah, the one you used to fucking bully me for and give you a lot of shit for. Like, I just watched the anime before. It's pretty fucking peak.
Stupid.
I also had the weird experience of my niece moving to Denver, and my niece, for context, is like my age. And she used to bully me for that shit too, and then she went to Denver and she realized like, oh, this shit's actually like obscenely popular here. Apparently, like everything I was ever bullied for, Chewy, I was ahead of the curve for everything.
Typically.
Like, it's crazy. I'm so fucking angry that now people are getting into emo subculture in like the worst way possible, because now
it's more fetishization from what I've seen.
Well, it's always been fetishization from the mainstream. It's an over. Shut the fuck up, rat. Shut the fuck up, rat. Just for that, on 7 days this week, I'm turning off fucking friendly fire. I'm shooting you in the head first thing.
Hipster.
But
crazy.
But like with
like that.
with anime, it's really weird because I kind of hate
it. Pretty easy, but
I hate that anime is like so mainstream now, because it's a lot of the anime that's coming out doesn't take the time to properly like tell the stories they want to tell, compared to the manga that they're based on, right? And it's being held as like this, like, oh, this is peak, just like how superhero movies became like Marvel. I remember Marvel. If you were into comic books, you're a fucking weirdo and a freak when I was in middle school. And then the Marvel movies came out, and like everybody and their fucking mother was all about it. Like
Everyone's a chance, calling everything peak.
yeah, oh god, I fucking hate that shit so much.
No, oh my god. Okay, thank
I've
you.
had beef with the MHA because of how the story progressed overall. There's certain like character shit that happened in the end of that fucking show that I don't understand how they got from point A to point B.
What
like
show?
My Hero Academia. How the fuck, like, the amount of people who are like, oh yeah, dude, like Toga and Ochako were always going to be a thing. I'm like,
they were never.
In what fucking universe was that ever like
None of the
hinted at?
romances were teased at, other than Ochako and Deku. Everyone else is just.
Yeah, the only reason that they never officially confirmed it is because of how awful the fan base is.
Yeah, well.
He's like, why aren't you making our gay ships canon? Death threats immediately.
Well,
That's
you
why
you
they
can
didn't make
you
gay
can
ships canon.
you can blame the fucking Ruby fandom and the fucking dog shit Voltron fandom for that shit.
Well, I mean, they
Voltron.
also did.
Voltron has a fandom?
Voltron back in like 2016 had like a
when the reboot was out.
Yeah. You know the animation company that did fucking, what was it? I'm trying to think. They did the Boys TV show recently. The animated one.
Oh, the Boys Anthology.
Yeah. That animation team, they had a I think it's the same team that did Avatar and all that shit. Anyway, some fan went on a tour of like the offices of like where they were doing the main animation for Voltron, and some fucking troglodyte with her fucking phone went and like took pictures of everything and then threatened to like post spoilers if they didn't make her ship canon. And what's worse is I think it was an actual intended like canon romance in the show that they just didn't know about at the time. But like the fact that happened in general was so shitty, and it's part of the reason why like a lot of shows like are terrified of talking about same-sex like ships. That and the shit that happened with fucking Last of Us 2 when the game first came out, people were ripping that apart. That and fucking Life is Strange. People were.
I don't think the gay thing is exactly the reason Last of Us 2 got destroyed.
No, I'm talking specifically. I'm talking specifically. No, I'm talking specifically like the DLC of the first game.
Okay.
Left Behind.
Left Behind. Yeah. Whenever it was
well,
confirmed.
you said Last of Us 2, so.
Oh, did I? That was my bad.
Yeah, you said 2.
I'm not surprised. We were talking about that yesterday too. Like,
weren't you by yourself?
No, not we as in like me and you
I'm
guys.
fucking,
I mean like me and like another group that I was in. I know. Let me finish the sentence, please.
Yeah, fine. I suppose I could.
Fucking shit like that. Like I remember like when the Last of Us DLC came out, Left Behind. People were fucking livid.
I'd never heard anything out of that DLC.
I've seen very minimal clips of it, and I've never heard any feelings one way or the other on that DLC.
When it came out, there was a lot of shit online.
I mean, was it the usual argument? Is like, it's the apocalypse. Why the fuck are you lesbian? Is that the usual thing? Because that's the usual thing I hear.
I'm gonna be real. You're the only person I've ever met that actually has ever brought that up to me.
Dude, I've seen that all the time. I'm not like saying.
I've only ever heard that argument from you because we had that argument when we first met.
Basker, I'm not.
I was there.
But
Yeah.
I've never argued for that. Really, I'm just saying that's what I've always seen. I've seen people talk. Have you've seen all this stuff? But I've seen people complaining about that in The Walking Dead and Last of Us about like.
Oh, it's a stupid thing there, but like the thing is this shit. I know, but this shit was like. This shit was like peak fucking Gamergate stuff, right? It was like right when Gamergate was happening. And so like this is, mind you, this is happening before like Twitter as we know it existed, where it was just this nightmare like incel empire, and like where people on both sides of left and right would argue about the dumbest fucking shit as if they had anything worthwhile of saying. You know, before like cancel culture was a thing and shit. But I remember, like, people, like, all across the board, I saw, it was mostly on Facebook, people were throwing a fucking tantrum over the fact that, like, this fictional 14-year-old little girl in a video game was a lesbian, and it was bothering people. Like, full-grown adults were losing their shit.
Good
like,
times.
I only heard that in the second game, not the first.
Oh, I heard it more in the first.
I never heard it about anything in the first.
In the second game, I heard more about, like, the
Revenge Bad thing.
Revenge Bad and Lev being trans. I heard that more than anything else.
I forgot Lev was even a character.
Yeah,
I don't even know
I
who
love
Lev
Lev.
is,
Lev is great. Lev is the little boy.
I've never played the game.
Oh, that's right.
Creature.
The little
I haven't played either of the games. I don't plan on it either.
Little creature you drag along.
He looks and he's like, wow. He sees you pick up a shotgun and load it with fucking dragons, but he's like, that was fucking sick. And Ed was like, fucking right, dude.
Like, wait, it was a plot point that Rev was trans? The hell?
Lev is trans. Lev is canonically trans.
They
They say it in plain. They say it in plain fucking text.
He's asking if it's a plot point.
Yes, it is a main part of like Lev's entire like story arc. The whole reason why Lev is like running away, Lev and Yara, is because Lev shaved their head and started going by a male name, and wanted to be a warrior for the Seraphites, which is not something that like was allotted to him because he was a young girl who was supposed to be like married off to one of the elders. That is like a core part of their story. There's an entire chapter around it.
Like I said, I don't know anything about it, and I don't ever plan to play the game, so.
But I remember it's done really well. It's one of the few times I think they actually nail a trans character without making them a fucking nightmare. Like, Don't Nod. Thank you, Don't Nod. You
Who is
fucking
that?
paragons of justice. The people who make, Life is Strange. And for some fucking reason also, like, Andy, did you ever play that fucking game, by the way?
A little bit. I played a decent, and I didn't. I wasn't the type like, oh, it's this, oh, it's woke. I was like, it's like going to Steven Universe and calling it that. That's sort of that's the kind of the point in a way. Very
Like
Tumblr-esque.
Okay, so you right. You find someone else agrees with me. I've had people argue with me about that. The game that we're talking about, by the way, for people who don't know, Don't Nod made this really dog shit game that I think makes trans people look bad called Tell Me Why. It's awful, it's trash, and they make it free every year for Pride Month, and it's one of the worst depictions of trans masculinity I've ever seen.
Wait, I didn't get it. I get it now. It's free. It's free.
But yeah, like
Andy, shut up.
my issue with Don't Nod is that it, like, the writing. Don't Nod should, like, if you were to tell me Don't Nod, just by their writing style alone, was, like, some indie dev company, I would believe you 100%. Like, I've seen a lot of their writing style in, like, mid-tier, like, indie development for visual novels that I've been in, right, as a voice actor. And, it blows my fucking mind that's considered, like, a AAA game. Because the writing is just that bad. For all their games. All their games, the writing is awful.
The writing is bad of a... What do they mean by this?
In that one specifically. That one pisses me off because they try to spin it as like, oh, we wrote this entire game about, like, you know, like, having a like trans representation is great, right? Meanwhile, like most of the game is just the one trans character.
Trauma.
It's not even that. It's like you take this character that you want to be the pinnacle of your what do you call it? Trans representation, and you make them the most unlikable, unfucking sympathetic character you possibly can. I fucking hate the main character in that game. Mind you, did you? So how far did you get, Andy?
No, I didn't play Don't Know. I was talking about Life is Strange.
Oh, Life is Strange. Okay, so different one.
You use Life is Strange as the first example, Beth.
Right.
Well, that's because Life is Strange has like weird dialogue that you could argue is like just quirky, but then you like play it for a little bit longer and you realize this is a AAA game, and like it really reads as if somebody just had like a fanfic on Tumblr.
About how we've all definitely talked about our feelings on Life is Strange before and stuff.
My thing is with Life is Strange. With Life is Strange, I feel like that the lesbian relationship in that story works well because one, these characters are young, they're kids, so it makes sense that they're like making stupid, fucking irrational decisions.
So I guess the final choice does make sense.
It does in a
teenager's mind. It does.
Yeah, I can totally understand why a lot of people. I can see why a lot of people who play that game and go, oh, like I have fond memories of like my like lesbian awakening playing that game, or my bi awakening playing that game, or like having positive, like somewhat like maybe not the perfect gay relationship, but it's a very realistic one. I feel like a lot of people can relate to in some way or another at that age. But like with this character, I fucking shudder at the idea that there is some kid who played Tell Me Why and like came off like, wow, I like and like found stuff out about themselves playing the game. Like that scares me because it's that bad. The writing is that fucking awful because the whole thing about it is like the character being trans is a red herring. It doesn't matter. Like the whole purpose story-wise of the game, because it's not like Life is Strange where it's just like a thing where it's there, but you wouldn't really find it unless you're actively like looking for it mostly, right? Like the options are there for choices, but it's not like a major focal point of the story. Whereas like the main point of Tell Me Why is that the main character is trans, and they're having these like memories of their mother trying to kill them because they're trans, and trying to do like a whole family eliminator thing.
That's fun.
It's a weird story.
Sounds like it.
Doesn't make sense either. it's not good. It's really bad.
Also, you've described that those people that make it and stuff. It makes sense too.
Oh man, I love the transphobia goblin in that fucking story.
What the?
When I say that the character being trans is a red herring, I mean it.
Is it like a Silent Hill thing of like, oh, it's a manifestation?
So like the whole how like Don't Know loves to have their like little magic story, right? Of like all these characters have like magic in their stories. Like what's her face? Max has like the time travel shit, right? The like magic bent of Tell Me Why is that the two main characters are fraternal twins, and they have this ability to look back at each other's memories, and they're like picking apart like what they remember and what they don't, but their memories are not one-to-one with reality. And so they're like oh, like this guy said that, and it's like, well, he didn't say that, he actually said this. And like, well, you remember it that way, I remember it this way, kind of thing. Well, for some fucking reason in their memory, off in the fucking distance, in the shadows, in every single one of their major memories, is a fucking goblin. And he's just like off in the shadows going
a little goblin show.
And like the context of the story as it's going along is that the main character, from their memory, their mom tried to kill them, and then tried to kill herself. And the whole reason in the story is happening is the main character thinks it's because they're trans. And so they went their entire childhood after they were blamed for their mother's murder, going to like a children's psychiatric ward or like juvie or whatever the fuck they put this kid in, internalize this entire thing, as like being because they were trans, and so whenever they go back into their memories and they realize like, oh, there's goblins in both their fucking memories, like the story is still like latched onto the idea of like, oh, my mom tried to kill us because I was trans. I was a trans little boy, and so that must be like the transphobia goblin. And it turns out to be like a fucking police officer. Like the police officer that raised them. I just noticed that Rat in the comments asked, "What the fuck was Gamergate?" I don't even fucking know. Some lady who is like a journalist for like the I want to say IGN.
No, wait.
That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Sarkeesian.
I was right.
She
I was thinking her too.
She wrote some op-ed about what was it, like femininity in gaming. I've read the paper. It was pretty good. It was really innocuous about like what it was talking about. It was mostly like I think she said stuff like she liked the new Tomb Raider, I think is what caused it. The one where they got rid of her fucking quadruple D tits and gave her like a normal non-gamerized cup size.
What do you mean you gave her like a normal cup size?
I don't know why people are mad, because those are prequels.
People are fucking... It didn't matter. This is what started the incel movement in the gaming community.
And they're good games. I played all 3 last year and stuff, and I have another friend
Gamers
that,
don't give a fuck. You think they made... Do you think these fucking people got a Stellar Blade to the point where it was?
Who cares about how Lara Croft came to be? I want to see her with big tits and doing backflips.
These people think that way, though.
I know.
These are
Stellar Blade.
But like she made some op-ed about like it was like, oh, I actually like this new design of like Lara Croft or something like that at the time, and people like made a whole bunch of like horrible fucking remarks. I think
didn't she also word it in the annoying way though, or did I?
Well, because she was writing for a fucking gaming magazine that in a time when gaming magazines were dying. Like, that wasn't an uncommon practice. They still do that for a lot of magazines. Why do you think I don't read Kerrang?
She was IGN, right? So it's not like she was Game Informer.
Either it was IGN or Game Informer. I don't remember. One of the major outlets. It might have even been Rock, Paper, Shotgun. I don't even fucking remember. But
I think it was IGN. Had to have been.
I don't remember. I didn't keep up with it at the time because I looked at it at the time. I was like, this is fucking stupid. You guys are this worked up over this because they like leaked this girl's nudes. They sent her fucking death threats. There was a rumor that she like slept with game developers. You know, the fucking like sexadillion rock stars those guys are. The fucking
Jesus Christ, just because he liked Lara Croft?
Because she was a woman who had an opinion that didn't match theirs. That's all it really was. There was a woman who wrote an article and who gave her opinion about a thing they didn't like, saying that she liked a thing that they didn't like.
Remember, men very much so gated gaming back in the day.
They do it now. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but much less so. Like, they market stuff way better now than they did then towards women.
Tomb Raider games were like late 2010s.
Yeah, I know. Like
2014.
This is all like women getting more into video games is all very recent stuff.
I know it is.
It's not actually.
Well, I guess on the like deeper level, it's not. Women have always played video games, but like on a more public scale.
Yeah, like you know how he means it.
Like, okay, like we are. Okay, let me clarify this. Like, I don't know. I've been friends with girls all my life. I've never met like one girl who didn't play at least some video games, but
Okay, but you know, like what Chewie means, like you know, the popular oh my god, they're like you know, starting to play them, all that stuff. Like we're.
Nah, that's always been a thing. Like
Well, not like. Okay, so you know, before. Like way back, it's like shut up.
Like, do you really think like back in Modern Warfare 2 days, if somebody heard a girl, they would be respectful to her?
No, that's not. That's the thing now, though.
No.
That's what we're talking about.
Well, I know it's a thing now, but it's not as common as it was then. Like, God forbid you would like open your mouth and be a woman. Like, no, you're getting.
Well, if you open your mouth, if
abused.
someone else in the game, so you also be called a slur anyway.
That's never changed. They just got good at marketing stuff better.
Let's go back to the rules of the internet. You know, there's only one rule that still is valid, but like one of the I've always seen the joke. It's like one of the original rules of that person that put out the rules of the internet was like.
There are no girls on the internet. The next rule is if there are, it's all FBI agents.
Oh,
FBI.
I didn't see the FBI thing. I only saw there are no women on the internet.
Oh yeah, there's like 100 rules.
No, I know. The only one that's valid still is 34.
So no, the only one that's valid is 35. You want to know why?
Why?
Because
What is 35?
Roll 34 exists, like regardless.
Yeah, what is 35?
35 is Roll 34 exists. Deal with it.
Oh, okay. I mean, but yeah, 30. So by that proxy, 34 is also the only one that's valid too.
Also, Roll 64.
What is 64?
That's the gender bent one.
That's the
right?
gender bent one, yeah.
What if there? What,
If there is a gendered version of one thing, there will be an opposite gendered version of the other thing, and then
That's
Roll
not
60.
wrong either. You are right.
Roll 65 is Roll 64 exists. Deal with it.
So there's 4 rules that are constant, and that's it.
Yeah.
The rest are obviously dumb as shit.
I mean,
like
they're-
the one-
My first intro to that was like gender bends of like Kim Possible.
Looking,
Joey.
can I tell you something, Chewy?
Not really.
That was okay.
Go ahead, I'm joking.
Roll 60.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
In hindsight, when I discovered Rule 64 when I was like 13, whenever that meme was initially coursing through the internet, looking back, that is what
boy.
kind of initiated my like me questioning my gender. In hindsight, that and Kingdom Hearts.
What do you
I
mean?
think that's a horrible way to like
There-
confirm your gender.
There's like this is there's two specific things that like kicked off my like questioning my gender identity when I was like a 12-year-old before I even knew what gender even was at the time. There's a quote from Kingdom Hearts where they start talking about like the concept of serendipity in Kingdom Hearts 1. Because Kairi is not from Destiny Island. She's from fucking Radiant Garden, which is what later became Hollow Bastion.
It is.
And they start talking about how, like, Riku makes this comment. He's like, isn't it weird how, like, it doesn't matter if we're all from different worlds, we all share the same sky? Isn't that weird? We could have been born anywhere, but we're born here. I could have been born as, like, anything, but I was born as me, right here, right now.
I was born as a nobody.
And I remember when I was, like, 13, I was like, don't tell me that.
That's your shut up.
What have you done?
Be quiet.
Existential crisis.
I hate you.
And then I discovered, like, Rule 64, like, not long after, and I was like, oh no. The questions.
Can't be.
Because what really was really wild is that by that point I already knew that I didn't fully understand gender, like, gender norms. Because I also grew up being raised by a mother that was used to raising, like, girls. So, like, whatever there was a male variant of something, I was used to calling it the female variant of that thing. Right? So, like, until I was 10 years old, I called all underwear panties.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
Oh no!
That's a concern, bastard.
I would have
That
called
is-
you weird for that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
dad had to
that's
have a long, awkward conversation about that with all my sisters in the room, trying to break that one down.
That's not even like socially acceptable, dude. Like Jesus Christ.
I know, but like as a kid, I didn't understand like why they're the same thing. Like, why
That's your no.
God, they're not.
they're the same
No, they're
thing.
not.
They're the same thing conceptually.
No,
they're
they're
the same
not.
thing. What's the difference?
Conceptually, sure.
What's the
Actually, no.
difference? Explain it to me. What's the difference?
One holds our balls together, the other protects a hoo-ha.
They could do that too. What's the difference?
Okay,
They're clothes-
absolutely not.
They're clothes that
the
go
way
underneath
they
your
look.
clothes. They're undies.
Basket, the way they're put
Okay.
together and how the way they
I
look.
don't like. I don't think a man is going to be comfortable in a thong. I don't know.
I've worn a
Bastard
dancer's
probably
belt. I've worn a
I
dancer's
don't
belt.
know what that is.
It's a jock strap.
Isn't that for men?
Yeah, guess what? That's still a fucking thong.
But it's for
But it's-
designed for
it's a thong
men,
for
so it's
men.
not.
Well, guess what? You know what? You know what's fucking crazy? They also make
We
like.
get it. We get it. You're a queer creature. We get it.
Oh my god.
You said it on the stream, but Eddie, are you actually
Kid,
on
like
stream?
actually heated over the fucking semantics of like underwear.
Thong versus
You're
jockstrap?
the one.
Bro, thong versus
Like a
jockstrap is gonna make
jockstrap's
you-
for men.
What do you think a speedo is, Chewy?
For
Dude,
men.
but there's men and women speedos.
Yeah, guess what? The difference is the fucking anatomy. That's essentially a panty, is it not? Oh, they're boxers are panties. Fuck you.
Okay, I think we're going with basket.
Okay, I know. You just.
I'm gonna
your,
fight you.
your father
Yeah,
needs another
that's-
conversation with
My
you.
father can't have that conversation.
fucking
He's a skeleton. He's a pile of dust in the living room.
Dude,
We'll get the Necronomicon, don't worry.
Yeah, we're
all
about to
just
learn next.
panties. Like, why are you
Yeah,
so
that's-
adamant about that?
Bastard,
not
because
crazy.
With that logic, I'll call all underwear boxers then. How do you like that?
That's fair.
No, it isn't. Be quiet.
I would only ask you like what you're
Thank you.
delineating as like because I would say there's a difference between panties and like lingerie.
Bruh.
I'm gonna kill Basker today, though.
They also make male
Bruh.
lingerie. Did you know that? They make male lingerie. I lost 3 viewers because of that.
Yeah, you're spreading
You
your
lost your
mind
point.
virus.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore.
Your woke mind virus.
I don't
will be
think
kept
I was
at
wrong.
bay.
I don't think I was wrong for any of that.
Basker, this means right now you, me, and one other person are watching.
Yeah, I know, because I'm right and they know
Because
it.
you're being a fucking
You're
idiot.
scaring off your viewers.
You're in the hose.
They come and go. They come and go.
What in God's name?
It's not the crazy shit I've said on stream.
I know it's
Right.
not, but you're being dumb as shit. I disagree with you.
Yeah, I think it's the fucking delirium.
All
I'm getting delirium
Wait,
bouncing back with the Ghost of Tsushima story and you rambling.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
You are crazy.
Lady
I'm just
Masako.
gonna shoot you in a-
They're panties! They're just panties! But Lady Masako.
So, like, I mean, Basker, you were like, you literally told the stream. My dad had to have a conversation with my sisters about panties.
No. My dad had to get him and all of my sisters together to talk to me about it when I was like 10 years old.
Oh,
Like a
that's
family
not how you phrased
conversation.
it.
We had I did phrase it that way. You're just dumb.
A family sit down.
A family sit down where they're like, Sean?
Basker, this isn't for Basker. This is not for you.
Well, I should mention as a little child, like I didn't know the difference.
I know that's what you said. You did say that.
I still
you
don't know a
need to
difference.
mention- Okay, well that's
Well,
Basker.
I
Basker,
don't
admit
think
that.
that's
That
a
makes me
good
dumb.
story.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's because like if you develop bad habits as a kid and you just felt like, oh, we'll do this.
No,
we'll
I never
do
said
that,
I never
we'll
said it was a
cover.
bad habit. I just said that was a thing I did.
Basker, being a kid for that's fine. It's like, oh, haha, funny.
You
thanks
got
for all the
freshened
same.
upon.
Basker, you're 28 now or whatever.
29.
It's like,
I'm almost 30.
20 sorry, you're 29. It's like I don't know the difference between women and men's underwear.
I didn't say
You
that.
stop
I said
talking.
I said they're all panties. That's what I said
Alright.
verbatim.
Jesus Christ.
So
I
I'm
still
right.
can't say that.
So if you say they're all panties, you don't know the difference.
Why is the
You-
Arbitus talking about panties, bro?
It's all panties. All underwear is panties. Except for bras. Bras are their own thing.
It's not underwear.
Yes it is!
Okay, yeah, you wear underclothes. I don't qualify as underwear.
Okay, what? No, bras are underwear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
They're like panties for your
Anyways, I'm
chest.
because when man has to cover the giblets, woman has to cover the hoo-ha and the topper.
Yeah. Body armor.
Basker, but I'm done with talking to you about this because you're dumb as shit.
No, I'm right and you're wrong.
No, you're.
I'm right and you're wrong.
Not a single person here has told me anything that could tell me that there is a difference between like the male thing that why they should be called
I
different.
think if you want a unisex term, it's like undergarments or underwear. but
Undergarments,
just say
sure.
it's all
Underwear.
panties.
It's all panties. They're all panties. If you were to tell me like, oh, these are all panties, but these are boxers and these are briefs, I would agree with you. But they're all panties.
I'm not even,
It's like
They're all briefs.
that's like you make sense and then take 5 steps back. You leap off the bridge by just saying it's all panties.
Chewy, do you agree that all rectangles are squares?
What?
wait,
Answer the question.
wait.
No!
They are! They are! No, they are! Motherfucker! I'm gonna look it up on my fucking phone!
Rectangles are not squares!
Yes, they
If
are!
were squares, they'd be called rectangles!
Hold on, wait, no, because of a square, it's not just of like the cube
square
shape
is-
of the fucking
square is
dimensions, because
four
they're
even
all
sides.
the same sides.
All squares are
doesn't-
rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares is what I meant.
No, shut up, Basker.
What the fuck?
That's mathematics.
They're related, I guess you could say, but they're not the same.
Yeah, I'm right. It's like how all, like, listen, it's like how all bourbon is
No,
whiskey, but
you're
not all
not.
whiskey is bourbon. I'm right.
Shut up! I hate you so much. Basker, you're making me never want to take one. Basker, I'm
Saying words! Stop! You're
Basker,
offending my ears!
Basker,
I'm
you said
right.
this-
You're
That's because
affecting
of the
my
stream,
poor
I'm-
liberal ears. Please
That's
stop.
because of the stream. That's
My
because
glow
of the stream. I'm
liberal.
gonna stop like listening to anything you try to give us as information. I'm just gonna think you're being fucking annoying.
No, I'm right.
Just say a
No, I
rectangle
believe
is a
this.
square.
No, that's true.
No, it's not.
Hold on, hold
A
on.
rectangle's a rectangle and a square is a square.
I'm googling it. What was the argument? What was the question?
Is a
Okay.
rectangle a square?
No, like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
No, the
That
real
doesn't-
question was. Guys,
No.
no.
I'm gonna pick you up by your neck and shake you.
You moved the gate. You moved the
No,
fucking fence.
and-
No,
I'm telling
I
you,
misquoted the thing initially. My concept that I'm going with still stands.
Bastard, this isn't about the rectangles.
I know it's not, Jacob.
I'm
I
trying to
fucking know
tell
it's
Andy.
not.
Andy, it's about the all panties are panties are all underwear or whatever it is.
Listen. All underwear is panties, but not all underwear is. Listen, all panties are underwear, but not all underwear is panties.
Dude, I'm gonna kill you.
Does it make sense?
I don't think you're wrong for looking at like boxers, briefs, etc. and going, oh, those are all panties. I don't think you're wrong for that. I don't think you're wrong for
Google it
that.
yourself. If you want to
right.
gaslight us or yourself, fucking Google it.
Listen. I am not saying this is a fucking like objective thing.
Basker, listen. That's not the problem. You just said
You're
if
just
you
pulling
said
it technically
Yeah, no,
because
Basker, my
panties and
problem is
boxes
that-
serve the same
Basker, you're
function,
saying,
but
like-
you're not
Basker,
regarding
you're
that they
saying-
serve function with their respective sexes.
Basker, you're coming in here saying
They're all
I
the
don't
same.
think you're wrong if all panties are underwear.
They're all
That's
the
what
same.
you're arguing.
They're all the same.
arguing
They're
against
all the
you.
same.
You
They're
can't-
all the same.
You can't come in
They're
here and,
all the
like,
fucking
agree.
same.
No,
They're all the
listen,
same
you're
conceptually.
Listen.
They serve. They serve a function.
Basker, my problem is that this was your argument. Now you're coming in here like, if you think that, I don't think you're wrong. No shit, you don't. That's not the fucking correct answer. Be quiet.
I never
You're
said
fucking
it was. Fuck you. Whatever.
No, you are
Drop
saying
this
it.
bit. Drop the bit. It's over.
Bro, Basker lost everyone on this fucking stream.
It's not true.
I think Rat is the only
You say you lost
assuming Rat
three
is
It's
the-
people.
crazy you say that because I go from like 3 to fucking 8 and then back to fucking
Yeah,
5.
Andy, he lost 3 people, and there's 3 people there. 2 of those people are me and Basker.
What's crazy is that like we got to
Wow.
a point where
There's one
we
real
actually
viewer.
got to like a there's one real viewer.
What?
There's one organic viewer who's just like trapped in this.
Yeah, he was talking about this earlier. That he
The,
lost
no, the
he was
one
at
organic
9.
viewer is like the child watching their parents argue.
JD Vance.
Andy, after you joined, he was like... Andy, after you joined, he told us he was at 9 viewers and he lost them during the fucking Life is Strange conversation.
No, because I was talking about the
viewers were
transphobia
like-
goblin. I think is where I
No,
lost
the
him.
viewers
think-
were like the
think
photo of
Rat's
the
the only-
wrestler guy or whatever.
Hey,
With, like he's
Rat.
holding up the headset and he's like to his head. And he's like,
Brad, if you're still here, give us a sign, because I feel like you're the
"What's
only
the
viewer
sign?
left.
Are you pulsing? Are you breathing?"
Watch it be my buddy Faye.
What's Faye's name?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh lord.
Okay, is it...
No, they'll pop
Well-
up as Faye if it's Faye.
Okay, well then why would... that's
Faye
what I
will
meant,
agree
like,
with
tell
me. Faye
Did you think
will
I was
agree with me.
Why? Oh,
Did you
no.
think, Bastard, did you think I was asking for their actual name?
I'm gonna call my fucking sister and I'm gonna have her fucking explain to me.
I don't
You're
think
my
we're
sister.
You're
That's
going
not
to
gonna end well.
drag her
Don't call
I,
your
down.
I need reinforcements.
Yeah,
You're gonna get
let's,
yelled
let,
at.
let's summon the whammon to support your panty argument. Dude.
It's not the first time I pulled her in as reinforcements. She'll stand by me. She'll understand.
She's gonna sigh and like, oh, not this again. Yeah, Basker, panties are, you know,
Shut the
everybody
fuck
wears
up.
panties.
Shut the fuck up. She'll probably do that. Shut the fuck up. She might actually do that. You're gonna throw off the results. You can't do that.
the election.
She might be. she might actually be watching the stream, and that might fuel her fucking like. Ah man.
Oh man.
Ah, I don't even. Whatever. I'm right. I don't even care. The whole point of that argument that I was trying to make, or not even an argument. The whole point I was trying to make was that like when I was younger, I didn't understand why a lot of things were gendered. Because like,
well, let's all be androgynous blobs.
wow, like, I didn't realize that scrunchies were a gendered thing.
The hell was that thing? Oh my
What the
god.
hell is? What the
You
hell
don't
is
even have
even
hair
that?
long enough to
Sorry,
utilize a
sorry,
scrunchie.
no,
That doesn't
no,
even
no.
make sense.
When I was a kid, yeah, I did.
What are you talking about?
I had long hair.
That's what the
Scrunchies.
fuck. Oh,
Scrunchies.
yeah, Bastard told. Bastard told us the
heard
other
of
day about his reason he doesn't have long hair anymore. The stalker.
Receding hairline? No, that was a long time ago. I have
You
like
have a
long.
receding hairline?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm a dude in my fucking late 20s. Of course I fucking do.
My dad doesn't have a receding hairline.
I just use like really good shampoo.
My
Well,
dad doesn't have a receding hairline.
well, guess my dad's a ghost and he'll meet yours soon.
My dad's 50.
I'm gonna call my
Your,
dad
your
right
dad's
now.
a ghost back in Hanoi. Or fucking Vietnam.
Oh my god, you can't say that! I think my dad actually was stationed in Hanoi, actually.
there you go, his resting ground.
Oh my god. Fucking Jesus. But, you don't know what
Lindsay
scrunchies are?
Lohan asked you if Arbites is fun.
Yes.
In the game chat.
Oh. Oh well.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, first staff. Oh, I got a better one, I guess.
It fucking better be. I spent $12 I didn't have on it.
Wait, what?
Oh, man.
I spent money that I, from my blood donations.
I gave my plasma to play as the dang thing that I can't.
You played your blood oath to Emperor.
The
to God
RBTs with the diabetes.
Emperor. Diabetes.
I walk around with my feeties, stomping around on feekies.
But yeah, like, I'm not even gonna explain what scrunchies are. You're either old enough to know what a scrunchie is or you don't. It's basically a hair tie.
If you know what a scrunchie is, get off the internet.
Yeah, get off the
Get
internet.
off.
Get off the
bro.
internet!
Did somebody
Yay.
ask what a scrunchie is?
I killed him.
Two people in here did.
That's
On the
crazy.
call? On the stream?
You and Andy!
I know what a scrunchie is. I never asked what a scrunchie is.
I said, like, I literally I'm gonna go back in the stream.
He said
Right?
about what,
That was-
or he mentioned he fucking.
I mentioned that I
Dude,
didn't
I-
realize when I was younger that scrunchies were a gendered thing. I just
was
thought
really-
that some people had them.
Dude, I never responded to you about scrunchies. If I did, I was not listening.
You're gaslighting
Basker
me.
with
I know what
the
scrunchies
Basker
are.
with the Basker with the
No,
Vosh hair
Basker,
bun.
I know what they are. I
Gaslighting
never
me.
asked
I'm
you
gonna
what they
go
were.
back-
If I
I'm gonna
did,
go
I
back
was
in the
not
VOD.
listening to you because you've been yapping about the fucking panties. If I did, it was because I stopped listening to you.
I wouldn't be yapping about the panties as long as I would if
Hey,
people
what
would
are you
argue with
yapping
me.
about your panties, Jackie?
Dude, you weren't wrong.
The scrunchies are promised. to
Saying
be
this in the
2000
middle
years
of my
ago.
like heat-fueled delirium is like the funniest shit in the world.
Dude, fucking, you need to stop getting a rant
the-
for your fucking delirium.
The fact that I'm like screaming this and with the added context, I have my ACs off. In the middle of summer.
heated figuratively and literally.
Oh man, this would be my most powerful state.
Fucking insane.
Jonkling.
Jonkling, ha ha ha. Hold on, I gotta take a bite out of my slot bucket because I forgot it was here.
What
Oh, I'm getting hungry, but I don't want to eat.
yeah.
Why don't
So we
I
got
eat-
au gratin
I wanna
potatoes
lose weight.
in the slot bucket. Let's hear about what's in the slot bucket. In the slot bucket today, kids, we have a game Cornish hen, au gratin potatoes, and French green beans.
Neat.
I lost a viewer from that.
Are you down to
Green
us too?
beans, I'm out of here!
Oh, you're up to 4 now, actually. Okay.
Well, I've been going up and down. Like I don't know if it's been
Yeah,
updating for
I
you in
know,
real
but
time.
Up and down.
But for the longest time, it just showed you were at 3, so I assumed that entire conversation.
Well,
cost
yours
you-
doesn't up like YouTube. The YouTube app doesn't
I
update
know,
as well.
but for a long
Um,
time, you were at like 1.
I've
I
been
mean,
I've been going up and
not-
down this entire time.
What the fuck is my fucking bird doing?
So like YouTube on like the is not really good at keeping track of that shit. I've noticed. PlayStation keeps track of it really well because I'll update it and it'll be like 1-to-1 with PlayStation. Because I've been going up from like 3 to like 8 to 5 to
Well,
8
PlayStation's
again.
like the host. Wouldn't that make sense?
Well, but PlayStation keeps it keeps better track of who's watching and how many, and it's 1-to-1 with YouTube. It's just that YouTube itself as an app, for some reason, because it's coming from the PlayStation, I think it just can't keep up with it the same way. So it doesn't update as well. Something I do miss though is that like the PS4 actually had like a game chat window. Like a proper game chat window, you know what I mean?
Uh huh.
I miss that.
I don't know. I don't play like with any people on PS4, so I wouldn't know.
You ever streamed on PS4 before?
No, I never
No.
streamed on anything, Basker.
So it's kind of ugly back then, but it was functional.
I'll stab you to death, by the way.
Do it.
By the way, look here.
Do it, pussy.
Good. Shut up, Basker.
Do it, pussy. Haha.
I'm up here in tech.
Come on,
I'm
do
up
it,
here your front door.
do it, oh, do it.
I'm up here.
Stab me.
Basker, I'm up here at your front
Pussy,
door,
bro.
like dressed like the Grim Reaper. I've come for your fucking soul.
Let me tell you the funniest fucking thing that ever happened on stream.
I'm gonna kill you.
I have an IRL friend. I have
Hey, shut up.
I have IRL friends, right? Fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when I was doing animation streams,
That was a joke. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I know.
I was about them 20 times.
I was rolling with it, buddy. Fucking, I had a friend back when I was doing what was it? The animation streams I used to do back in the day, and I remember at one point, I guess the Super Bowl was playing, and I got a random text saying like you need to start talking shit about the Saints on stream right now. And I was like, no, I'm not. Why? And like I have money on like the whatever team is the Patriots, and they're losing to the Saints. Talk shit about the Saints right now. And I said,
This is not a Super Bowl.
and I said no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. And fun fact, this is one of those friends that would like taunt me with me being Irish by bringing me potatoes, because the potato famine. And
I know. I'm
How do you
Irish.
have famine when there's ground?
Oh my god.
but fucking.
I just heard from him.
Fucking, he's like, you better do it. Or I'm gonna show up at your house with the fucking potato. I'm like, you won't, pussy. An hour goes by. Suddenly, quietly behind me, on my bedroom door, I hear a light like knocking, just a little like real light like that, right?
They showed up at your place?
And like the thing is, I had my camera on, right? So like, if you had the camera on, you would hear like the knock knock, and I'd be like, okay, come in or whatever, and then you see the door slowly creak open with my friend standing behind me.
That
My light was off in my room, but the light in the living room was on, so he's just silhouetted in the doorway holding a fucking potato.
Jesus Christ.
I'm imagining the William Dafoe holding the like cigarette and whatever in his hand.
I was imagining like the old memes of Dolan and Gooby back in the day of like
Who? What?
this is an old tier 4chan meme. This
No,
is like
I
rage.
was
This is like
Forge.
this is like rage comic level shit. But there used to be like a rage comic series. It's very much like Tails Got Trolled level shit. Of like, there's a fucked up version of Dolan, and there's a fucked up version of Goofy called Gooby. And there was memes of like Gooby trying to murder Dolan all the time, and there was one of like like Dolan standing in the doorway with the or like Dolan laying on the ground like covering his face, and it was Gooby holding a fucking belt silhouetted by the light behind him, and it just said, "Gooby, please no."
Is this Danger Dolan you're talking about?
Danger Dolan got that from the Dolan meme. That's why
Okay.
whenever he finally got a girlfriend, he started calling her Gooby.
That explains it.
That's crazy how that channel fucking like supersedes any pre-existing lore of like Dolan as a meme. Because Dolan is not a fucking family-friendly meme at all.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Like,
I kind of knew when it's like animators were doing some side hustle of you know what.
Side hustle?
I mean, they worked with like people like Derpixen at one point, I believe. Like, they all worked in the same cycles and circles and shit.
Rule 34, Jacob.
I know who they are.
It was like a whole group of like they were.
Because we're acting like we didn't
Oh,
experience
wow.
Gonzo coming into the chat like it was fucking 9/11 when Derpixen said they were done.
I don't know if Derpixen was. I remember Andy Pants was a part of them for a very short while, and so was Doobie.
Derpixen
Guys,
basically
why are you
retired,
bad at
like,
the game?
earlier Derpixen basically retired.
Someone shot
earlier
the
this year.
barrel and I went boom.
And like I had seen it before Gonzo came in, but when
Oh, we're all
Gonzo
down.
got wind, when Gonzo got the wind to purchase,
Dude, I literally just need to get
going
up.
on quote unquote hiatus bastard. Gonzo came in like 9/11.
I just needed to be
Well,
done enough.
I remember that because I
It was like
texted.
this year. What do you mean you remember that?
Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah, I know. No shit, you remember that.
Yeah, that's why I said I remembered it because I remembered
I know,
it.
but you
That's
did-
how remembering
you
things
did-
work.
You're being fucking weird. Old as
That
shit.
was like
Sorry,
earlier in the
Grandpa.
year. I was there
No,
for
that's why
that.
I'm sa- I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're being like, oh, I remember that back in the day.
No, like, not even with that cadence.
I don't know, I'm fucking with you a bit, but yeah.
Rage baiting me in my delirium is crazy.
Funny.
I might
But
just use the
anyways,
rest of my
continue.
blood to buy a plane ticket to fight you.
Anyways, continue.
I don't remember where I was going with this anymore. Oh, yeah, I do know that,
Something
like...
with depiction.
I didn't say anything about depiction beyond the
We were
point that
talking
I...
about depiction.
Let me
We
finish,
talked
Jacob.
about it, but I didn't bring it up.
Let me finish what I was saying, Jacob. You might hear more information about it.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry.
All I said about Derpixen was that I believed at one point they had animators that worked with them. I'm not sure if they act because I think they commissioned Derpixen at one point to do a music video because they're doing those for a little while. But then they had I think what the fuck was her name? The anime girl that like took over the channel for like a short week. That everybody like lusted over, and then she quietly disappeared because she got uncomfortable. Fucking doobie.
This is for what channel?
From Danger Dolan.
I
I don't know who that is.
Planet
again.
Dolan, yeah. It was a like think of like Channel Awesome, but like a bunch of like animators
I
and
don't know
like
what Channel Awesome
top.
is.
Bunch of animators and their Sonos or first
Oscar, I don't know what
Sonos.
Channel Awesome is.
That guy with glasses, Nostalgia Critic.
I know them. I've heard of them. I've never watched them.
They were a part of a network called Channel Awesome. It was a
Okay.
whole thing. It's a rabbit hole.
We like going down rabbit holes when we're not.
Dude,
on
that's a
streams.
bad rabbit hole though. That's a bad
No, I
rabbit
agree.
hole.
No, I wasn't actually encouraging you. I was just fucking with you because I know we like going down rabbit holes, but I figured you didn't want to.
That one is
I was
like
fucking-
the
I was fucking with you that
I
time.
only fucked with like 2 people from Channel Awesome to begin. Well, 3 technically, but 2 of them left for very good reasons. Which was Bit of the Sage, who actually makes still really decent anime reviews, like retro anime reviews. Highly recommend his stuff. And Yezu Otaku, God rest their soul, because they don't make content anymore because they got bullied so much for all kinds of shit. Fuck you, Spoonie, you piece of shit. Die in a fire. Die in squalor.
Who?
Yezu Otaku was a anime reviewer in Channel Awesome. Or I don't know if they were a part of Channel Awesome, but I know that they were affiliated with them for a little while. They were at the time a young woman doing anime reviews, and
Time?
yeah, at the time in like like late 2000s.
I'm saying, like, what do you mean by at the time?
At the time when they were making these reviews in the early to mid 2000s. At the time.
I know.
That's when they stopped doing
okay.
that.
That's what you meant. Okay.
There was a whole situation that happened back then because a lot of shit that happened with a lot of the guys from Channel Awesome that later came out was like a long time coming. Like I'm sure you've heard of Lindsay Ellis, the nostalgia chick.
No.
Oh, when she got
I
canceled,
may recognize her.
you'd recognize her. She was she was
probably
the lady during
What does she do?
2022 that she was a reviewer for Channel Awesome for a little while. Okay, fucking, you got me all tied up. But Lindsay Ellis was a completely different person. Jesu Otaku was at the time, young lady. I said it because they're a trans man. They just didn't transition back then.
Okay, that's why I was asking. What do you mean by at the time?
Yeah, that's why got confused. I got all confused. But Jesu Otaku is a trans man, but at the time when a lot of the stuff was going on with Channel Awesome, they were not at least out as trans yet. Very still much on a like outward basis a woman, and was relentlessly harassed by Spoonie, a coworker from Channel Awesome, who openly
I
fucking
know
like
Spoonie, or heard of him.
yeah, Spoonie made like a lot of creepy comments directly at them.
I've never heard of Spoonie. I just was worried that it was
Spoon is like
you know,
OG.
Well, I was thinking of
name you'd heard back in
Spoon.
the
Like
day.
I was thinking the other YouTuber Spoon. So I
Who?
was worried at first. Spoonerism.
No, okay. There's another
Okay,
YouTuber
no.
that I used to know called Spoonie-chan, who I used to watch
Yeah,
when I
no,
was a
they're
kid.
not the same. They're not the same.
Okay,
I
I
just heard
was
Spoon.
wrong.
And I thought of Spoon
I was
like
thinking
the gamer.
Spoonerism. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
the
thinking
gamer.
I don't know who that is.
He's a gamer one. He's very popular. He's been like he's never. I think he has his
was.
own group, but like he's been but he's usually been around like Vanoss and stuff and other people.
Yeah,
And stuff.
you guys also came up in like the gaming scene at a time where I
But
was
it's
like
not the
in
same-
different circles. Yeah,
But yeah, no, this is not the same one you're talking about, so it's fine.
yeah. Spoonie was like a content reviewer. He was like movies, anime, video games, whatever. And just a general creep. There's a I think his real name is like Noah Antweiler or some shit. I don't fucking remember. There's a whole Down the Rabbit Hole episode about him. But it was a whole fucking thing with him where he was like harassing multiple people, and like Jesu Otaku just happened to be one of them. And then Jesu Otaku had their own website for a little while where they were posting their reviews. And I think they did like the first season of Attack on Titan, and that was the last anime review they did. And then they disappeared from the internet for a while. And then like magically in like 2017 they came back to their channel. All their old stuff was deleted. And they talked about like where they were and what they did. And apparently for like the past 10 years they were working for the Anime News Network during their prime. So, I mean, I guess it worked out for them in the end.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think they're doing anything else anymore. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're still doing that because I think Anime News Network is fucking dead.
There's just so much YouTube lore and it's kind of fun. Like, it's horrible lore, but it's interesting to know.
I hyperfixated about a lot of weird shit when I was younger.
You hyperfixate on YouTube lore?
Certain things.
Last year?
It was more like specific, like general internet lore.
I'm fucking with you. I just want to make that clear. I wasn't actually texting. What the fuck?
I mean, ask me about any YouTube lore. I can probably fucking break it down.
I don't care. I mean, again,
I'll give you some deep arcane lore. You want some deep arcane lore?
I don't give a shit about arcane.
No, not arcane as in the show, as in a concept. The word arcane.
Concept, yeah.
I mean, that still feels like it probably won't connect to me, so I think I'm good.
Let me think. What's a good YouTube lore thing that I could really use to rack your fucking brains? YouTube was originally supposed to be a dating site.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck?
The website YouTube was initially designed to be a dating site. I believe it was modeled after eHarmony or some shit.
What? eHarmony? How long is eHarmony?
Okay, I'm tired of everyone being Archimedeans, because that man is horrible for crowd control.
You can make your own like group and just add people in from like the hub.
The hub.
But fucking yeah, it was initially supposed to be a dating app or not dating site back in the day. They existed. Probably the oldest one that I could think of was eHarmony. Now that was like a lot of their marketing back then for eHarmony is really funny because like 2005, a lot of the ads like I thought people would make fun of me if they found out that I met my husband on eHarmony. And it was always women. It was never a guy that was on eHarmony. It was always a woman being on the marketing of like I met my husband on eHarmony. Because back then computers were still seen as like the lame fucking you're in your mom's basement, you know.
Yeah.
That's just how it was back then. Like video games were not, you know, acceptable things to be a part of like they are now. Fucking. What was I talking about? Yeah, YouTube was initially supposed to be a dating site. The first video that was ever posted was called Day
at the Zoo or something.
Day at the Zoo, yeah. And that's because it was supposed to be like, oh, you're giving like a synopsis of like your dating app. You know, you're fucking like, oh, this is my profile, my Tinder profile. That's why the video is so weird.
I never watched it. I just know that it was the original video.
I know of it, yeah.
I've heard of the video, obviously, but I...
Trying to remember. There's also a lot of like weird shit on YouTube too. That's like creepy and fucked up. Like I'm trying to remember.
Shit? It's crazy.
No. Like I specifically remember there was like one YouTube channel that people thought was like was an ARG for a long time. Like people were convinced it was a code. This is like this started getting noticed around like 2012, but there was like some YouTube channel where like a bunch of like videos would pop up periodically of like different like shapes that were color coded in blues, greens, and reds being like flashed on screen for like a minute intervals, and then like that was the whole video.
That was fun.
And like I remember people were like, this has to be like the Cicada 337. This is like some crazy fucking psyop 4chan anonymous shit. I don't know what the fuck this is. Because that was right around the time like when the concept of ARGs were really picking up. like as an online thing, and now they've fucking polluted the groundwater. Thank you, Mandela Catalog. Like back then, people were like, "What the fuck is this?" I think it was proven to be like YouTube was testing their. I think it was like an official like YouTube thing. They acknowledged they were using it as a basis of like testing their artificial intelligence for like could it recognize different shapes and stuff like that with like whatever for whatever fucking reason. This is years ago. I don't fucking remember or care. But there's some deep lore for you right there, Jacob.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, no, what were you saying?
Thank you.
I zoned out for like 5 seconds. Fucking repeat it.
Repeat what?
Whatever the fuck you brought me up for. Be quiet, bastard.
You heard something?
I'm gonna fucking
I'm
leave
gonna
your
check it out.
streams. Bastard, I'm gonna start just hating on your streams every time.
I heard something. I'll check it out.
What were you fucking gaslighting me about, Basker? What
I wasn't gaslighting you about anything.
What are you talking about, Basker?
YouTube deep lore.
Yeah, I know, but then all of a sudden you said, like, after, like, some little comment, you said, like, right, Jacob? And I'm like, obviously you fucking know I wasn't paying attention by the...
No, because, like, it was direct...
I was listening.
You never
I was
listened to me.
listening up
You
until
never
then.
listened to me.
I was listening up until then, but you gotta tell me what exactly...
You made him cry, Jacob!
That's too easy, and you can't get mad at me. That's easy. Basker, you gotta tell me exactly what it was about, because I just can't remember.
It wasn't really about anything in particular. Like the
No,
deep
yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
lore
yeah.
was there was some YouTube channel that people found back in 2012, around the time that the Cicada 337 thing was going down.
I totally know what that
and
is.
I'll break that down in a few minutes. But
Puzzle shit.
basically people were gaslit themselves into thinking that this like random channel that I think was later confirmed to be like an official like YouTube like Google channel, like the thing was proven to be used to test like Google's AI to see if it can recognize shapes in different colors, in different shapes. Yada,
AI
yada.
recognition testing. Okay.
Back in like 2012, and people at the time saw these fucking random videos, and like the videos themselves are like just a blank white background with like 3 different shapes that were like red, blue, or green being stretched across the screen in random intervals with beeps and boops. And people are like, this has to be a code. The FBI, they're onto me. It's a code just like Cicada 337. And 337, Cicada 337 was it was an ARG. I don't know if that went anywhere. I think it may have also been a hoax. But basically, people started getting like these weird fucking like images on, I think, Reddit or some shit.
Or Chan or whatever.
It might have been 4chan, but like it basically led to like people having to do like code cracking and like geolocating and finding specific shit. Like it reminds me a lot of like the Halo 2 promotion they did way back in like 2002, which is like they would have a website that was about a beekeeper or whatever, and the website was all fucked up and weird, and it was because there was a rogue AI that like escaped into the internet and took over the website, and you were supposed to like find like all these pieces of information, go to these specific like phone booths, because it was like 2002, those still existed, and like type in a specific like code into each one of these phone booths in person, and you'd get like a code yourself that you could then log into the website, and you'd get like a free like showing of the game in your area or some shit. It read very much like that, and like nobody ever figured out what the code was. Just one day, like the official Twitter or whatever made a fucking post about like, we found who we're looking for, thank you, and they heard nothing about it since. And I think it was just like one big fucking hoax. It was
a goose chase.
like that one fucking creepypasta that has the creepy drawn portrait of a man. I was like, have you ever had dreams of this man? A lot of people like report having dreams of this man, and like people were talking about yeah, that was a hoax too.
Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are just like for the fun of it. Oh, you go solve it yourself. Ooh.
That one, I believe, was supposed to be like a guerrilla marketing campaign for like a fucking short film. Something that was supposed to tie into it. The Blair Witch actually had a like an ARG. that came
Yeah,
with
they're like one of those.
like 1999. Like people thought that was real. We're going to play the game, Chewie.
No, not yet. Hold on.
What are you doing,
Not yet.
Character look nice.
buddy? There's a whole game.
I'm aware, and I want to like
You
know.
dare judge Jewy?
You dare judge Judy?
I would like to look.
I should, you know, I should make it. I should have made my arbiter Judge Judy. Damn it! I should have done that, man.
You can give your Arbitus whatever a trench coat, right?
Yeah.
The fucking goes hard.
I have a pistol and a shield.
Pistol and shovel.
I have a fucking shovel, and I will shove it directly into your fucking
I
thing.
saw gameplay where you use a revolver as your primary. You also use the shield as conjunction, which is neat.
Yeah, I have the shield revolver. It's in my back pocket. You can't see it because
Alright,
it's very
so
small.
I'm gonna look ugly for like one mission, so let's go.
Man, Overwatch
I'm
fucking poisoned your brain, didn't it?
What are you talking about?
I just remember, like, we had the exact same fucking problem when we used to play Overwatch together. We're just like, no, I have to get the perfect skin. I have to have the perfect skin.
I think you're thinking of a different game.
No,
It was not Overwatch.
no, you and I used to have this fucking argument.
You're thinking of the wrong game. It was not Overwatch.
Was it not Overwatch? What game was
It
it?
was not Overwatch. I don't know, but it sounds familiar, but it definitely wasn't Overwatch. I would not, like, go through skins, because you could do it in the match.
Could you?
Dude, when's the last... Yes!
I don't know.
You
I
could
never.
change your skins right before the match.
You forget, Chewie. I didn't actually play Overwatch for Overwatch.
Yes, before every match starts, you can
Why is
switch your
everybody a
skin.
fucking pig? Can anybody be anything else?
Because
No.
it's new.
DOC
course.
must play.
Every
Yeah,
fucking
that's right,
schmuck with
exactly.
hands decided they're gonna be a fucking cop today.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking.
Deliver judgment.
Yeah, I haven't played Overwatch in forever.
Neither have I. Don't
I think
don't plan on it.
I think I played Overwatch maybe 3 times total, since they moved over to Overwatch 2, and I've hated every time I played it.
That's fair.
I've never seen a game try so hard to like make itself not fun.
This is not the sort of builds I'm accustomed to dealing with.
Like Overwatch 2, legit feels like the devs looked at Overwatch 1. It was like, how can we remove all the fun from this game?
You single player? No.
Look at this. Look at it. Yeah, whatever happened to single player?
They axed it.
Croaked. Yep.
They just axed it.
What is
They
even the
lied.
fucking
And then
point?
They lied.
they just repurposed it into different game modes like Stadium and other bullshit.
Oh, that's really cool. How about
Yeah,
you
they
repurpose
also-
it into the shit I paid money for?
Well, yeah, that's the exact thing. They knew people would buy it for that, and once everybody had bought it already, they were like, oh yeah, it's not happening anymore. But too bad you lost your money.
I hate this world. I hate this world.
I hate fucking Blizzard.
wretched world feasting on its
I hate fucking consumerism.
But yeah, and then now they have a perk system that's literally just
What
bits
the
and pieces of The crazy thing about that perk system is they dropped it like mad cold turkey. Like, hey guys, here's the update. Here's the perk system. It's in ranked 2, so have fun with that. And like, I'm like, are you serious? You did no gameplay testing on this? You just here, drop it, like boom, like what?
To be fair, they might as well have done that because I don't think I've ever fucking played Overwatch at any point on,
My
on a
issue was
competitive
that
level.
it was in ranked, like off rip. Like what? Dude, certain characters are straight busted. Like what? Sojourn? Oh my god.
Man, that just reminds me of like when EA was fucking around real hard trying to make Battlefield 5 work. Like,
If you don't like it, don't buy it.
did they say that?
Yes.
Oh my god. Battlefield
Oh yeah, I
either-
remember that. They did say that.
Yeah. Yep.
Battlefield 5, can I just say this? Firestorm was the best Battle Royale because due to it being duct taped to the nightmare child of Battlefield 5, it meant that like the game was constantly being worked on and changed. That meant that like the like TTK was constantly being shifted for guns. So like every time you were playing Firestorm, like every week a random gun was gonna randomly be broken. Like you'll never know exactly what it is, and that worked great for fucking Battle Royale, where there was no meta. They were letting you actually having to be good at the game to actually fucking play it and like strategize. God, in this Firestorm. What the fuck is that? Oh. Chewie, there's a big man. Zap him.
I'm electrocuted.
Zap him better.
Doing my best.
There's two of them. Die.
They're quite dead. Oh my god, the dog is eating it.
Yeah, if you double tap with the dog, like it'll tell me, get him. That only works for like certain enemies, but if you double tap your ping, he'll go after him.
Execute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like God, this game's gonna be unplayable for like at least a week because everybody's gonna be arbiters.
I'll stick with my psyker.
I gotta rank up my psyker at some point. I haven't used Thinkula at all. I just don't like how grenades work, you know?
Of the class or in general?
Just in general, like Thinkula thinks too hard.
Well, I mean, they don't even use grenades, so...
Yeah, but I mean, like, the way the grenade, like, replacement works.
Fuck! No!
Oh, well, I mean, you just kind of gotta read how it works. You can
I'm
also
just
change it.
too stupid.
Oh, okay. Well, you say that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Was like I'm used to playing as like a
okay.
veteran, and like Thinkula thinks too. Thinkula
Don't
thinks
pull a
too hard.
chance. Actually read, you know, what they do.
Oh, I do. But my thing is like it's more technical than what I'm used to, as far as like in the moment,
technical.
in the moment when I'm panicking. You know what I mean?
I see.
That's more what I mean. Thinkula thinks too hard. Oh my god, this guy's getting ripped apart over here. But yeah, the problem with the Cybermaster, they're gonna fucking nerf everything about the RBDs after this update. Because one, the shotgun that you start with is straight up fucking busted. It has insane range, and the dog will just jump at everything you point at, with the exception of like baseline enemies. Well, no, because like, if you get attacked by like the what the fuck do you call it? The fucking Scooby-Doo villains, the poacher or whatever, the one that has the net launcher. Yeah, the Chewy Stealers.
Literally.
Yeah. They will actually fucking kill them like when they do that. You just like double tap, like get that bitch, and they start getting attacked immediately. I could see them absolutely nerfing that because that kind of breaks the meta of the game, to be honest. And they already had to like rework 95% of this game to make it work with the RBDs. But they also kind of built this in the mindset of like, oh, of course there's only gonna be like one person playing RBDs for like the first week the game's out. Why would we balance it in any other way besides that? That's crazy. Oh my god.
A lot of blood on my sword.
Got a lot of jelly jam in you, Chewie. Chewie, hit him with your Force Lightning.
I was kind of doing that.
You should do it again.
They're dead.
Do it more.
They're dead.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
How come?
Resurrect them and I'll zap them again. The fuck?
If you zap them hard enough, they will resurrect.
I don't think that's how that works.
That is exactly how it works.
No. Like, if you zap somebody long enough...
I watched...
Like, it'll start burning them.
The Universal Frankenstein. The documentary.
Fuck!
You know Frankenstein wasn't real, right?
Say what?
But Frankenstein wasn't real.
What?
Why?
Why?
This can't be.
Frankenstein is real. He's my friend.
Nonsense.
He went to
You
my
don't
My
have
friend,
friends.
it's true. I gave him my credit card.
I'm your only friend. Why would you have other friends?
You know what's really funny about that? I was talking to Jacob about my mom watching fucking Black Lightning.
Oh, so we were bringing up race swap stuff or whatever for some reason, and then went to Basker was like, telling me about the show Black Thunder, and he said like it's not Black Lightning, 'cause that's what they said at first, and then we fucking determined it is Black Lightning.
So
And
here's
I
the
said
here's the
thing off the
context.
top of my head, and I was thinking about it, and like, and I was like,
The,
I kind
the
of hope this
DC
wasn't the case.
superhero Black Lightning?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause, CW had a show for him.
Yeah.
So let me
so
tell you the context.
If I'm
yeah,
not
I'll let you
mistaken,
tell
the supervillain
good
is
show.
Tobias, who makes all those incredibly racist memes, right?
He's an albino black guy.
I forgot
Right.
about that.
That's what
He
he is.
makes racist
Yeah,
memes.
no.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking
no, he says the most
shitless.
racist shit. And
Well, yeah, he drops the N word.
So yeah, let me tell him what was going on with the conversation we had.
Yeah, and then all
So
of a
the way
munching watermelon ass
the way
niggas.
the way that I discovered Black Lightning,
You
Chewie.
can't say that on stream, Chewie.
No. Let me tell you the story.
I'm black.
The way that I discovered Black Lightning, Chewie. I discovered it from my mom, who, for context, my mother was born in the 50s, and you know how there's like free TV shows or free TV channels on your TV, like they have Pluto and like Tubi and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, if you got that satellite.
My mom will watch that for like hours, and for a while there,
Oh.
she went through this phase of I think the channel was called Groove, which is like a black-centric network, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, Groove is like a softer version of BET. They play all the older stuff.
They play like a lot of the stuff that they used to play back in like the 80s and shit, like not the Cosby Show, but like some
Like
of the,
older like shit.
they have like
the older gangster movies, like American Gangster, fucking Cool Runnings, stuff like that.
they
Four
had that
Kings.
they had that Snoop Dogg horror movie Bones. It's actually really good. But my
They'll still
mom.
play, I think now they'll play like Soul Punk.
My
That's
mom,
pretty
when
funny.
she would be washing dishes or like doing chores, would just put that like channel on, and then like there were two TV shows back to back, right? That were on Groove, and one of them was Black Lightning, and there was another one that had like a live action like dramedy type show where that had some of the same actors playing similar roles. My poor like 1950s era mother, like not paying attention. I should give context. My mom also has had like 3 strokes in her lifetime, so her brain's not always firing on all neurons.
Oh boy.
So my mom would walk out of one room and then like be washing dishes, come back, and like another show having the exact same actors and different like configurations would be on. And my mom would be like explaining the plot to me of this like grand show that was like 2 shows put together. Because my mom couldn't understand it. Like, no, mom, these are 2 separate shows with 2 different like groups of characters.
Oh
the
my
plot is
god,
being
she just saw
convoluted.
black people and was like, oh, I must be watching
No,
the same show.
no, they were the same actors.
Oh my
Right,
god.
he
But-
said that.
But they
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
for
Chewie,
like
go
2
on to
weeks. For like 2 weeks, she was watching these 2 shows back to back because they would have like I guess like a period of time where they would have like Black Lightning and some other fucking show that had some of the same actors, like
Right.
back to back to back. So my mom would watch it like that when she was doing her chores, and so like she would walk out of one room and I guess like the episode would be over and go to like the next show, and my mom not like having the context in her head of like, oh, these are 2 different shows with 2 different like
Right.
whatever. I was like, like she like tried to explain to me this fucking plot of this fucking
It just
show.
sounded.
It just sounded like
Are you having another
schizoid
stroke,
ranting.
Mother?
It just
Are you
sounded like
having a stroke,
schizoid.
Mother?
And he's also a
Aw,
superhero.
that's
It
kinda
took me-
sad because,
it
like,
took
your
me,
mom
like-
is genuine.
My
Also
mom was
because-
so excited to tell me about this fucking
Well,
show.
So when Master brought this up, he was like Black Thunder. I'm like, is it Black Lightning? He's like, no, it's not Black
It's
Lightning.
not Black Lightning.
Then 10 minutes later, we determined it was Black Lightning. And then
'Cause-
offhand, I was like, even how he's talking about his mom and how he is and stuff, I was like, I know the main villain is
Oh, yeah, let me tell you that story.
Who drops the N-word.
Let
And
me
I was
tell you
like-
that
and I
story.
made- I made the comment of, so what'd your mom think of that? I was like, there's no way he's gonna say what I want, and he exactly said what I expected.
So my mom, off the cuff, all right. To her, like, I need to be honest with you. She didn't know that albinism was a thing that people could have. So when she was
Yeah,
watching this
especially
fucking
for
TV
the
show,
50s.
every
She thought it
time
was
this
a
man,
white guy
every
doing
time this man, Chewie, came on screen and just full front of the screen, both lips on the television, hard or in his heart, spoke into the microphone that was given to him by God up above. She would do like he's not supposed to say that.
He's not supposed to say that.
I don't know why they let him say that on TV.
Yeah, Bastard told me she was like, I don't like that he says that.
I don't like that he says yeah. And it took me like a full 45 minutes to explain to my mom that no, this man is actually black. He can say it. It's okay.
I was like jokingly bringing it up because I was like, "There's no way this is gonna be correct," but it would be so funny if his mom, how he described her for the rest of the show, if his mom like had some reaction to the N-word thing, and then he was like, "Oh, actually, by the way, my mom did have what you said." I'm like, "Oh no!" I was crying.
Like, oh, if there's any silver lining to that story, it's that my mom
It's funny.
my mom went through this phase of just absolutely loving black TV, and the moment that there was a white passing character that started using the hard R, she's like, oh.
I mean, you say silver
Is this
lining.
a club too?
You
Oh
say
man.
silver lining. That's not a bad thing because they also don't clearly make it like say it that he is like that he's
Motherfucker,
not white.
you can look at him and
You know?
tell that he's like albino.
I mean, you could, but also,
If you know about it, you're like, okay, but it's like my fucking poor, like, stroke-riddled mother, like, saw this man on her television screen.
I'm just saying. At least she has a reason for like not immediately getting it, but also at least she's also not being like just being like there. Yeah, say it more.
I mean, you gotta remember, Jacob. I come from a family of like, there's like genuine white supremacists, KKK members in my family. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, I heard that, and I already knew that, so I'm thinking of like the fucking Return of the Jedi thing. It's like the racism runs strong in my family. My father has it. My sister has it.
My
I have
father.
it. My sister has it too.
My father.
You have that power too.
Oh man. But like, oh god. And there's another fucking gem. My mom was watching for like a whole 6 weeks, Chewy, this Australian like sitcom of this family like taking care of like a kangaroo farm or some shit, and she's just telling me like, yeah, I love it. I asked her like, what are you watching? Like, oh, it's this show. They're taking care of kangaroos. They're all British people. It's in Britain.
No, you didn't say the kangaroo part. You said it earlier. They're all British people, but for some reason there's emus there.
Yeah, my mom's like, yeah, there's emus and kangaroos, and like, Mom, this is Australia. I was like, no, it's not. Like, just like arguing with me over the most blatant fucking information.
Like, yeah, they're similar, but they have very different accents.
It's like, this motherfucker has a fucking crocodile tooth hanging from his neck. Do you think he's fucking British?
Also, the second there's kangaroos or emus,
those are
you know
fucking
something
raised.
like that.
It's weird because my mom is also like, my mom is by no means one of those people that like grew up in their hometown and then never left. My mom was in Beirut when the war started.
Oh, you were telling me earlier that she would tell you those things.
Oh yeah, my mom's favorite pastime is to tell me stories of how I almost didn't exist. A lot of my mom's favorite stories to tell me of her childhood are like, and then I almost died, and you probably would have never been born. And I'm like, thanks, Mom, I'm 8.
My stories about not being almost existing were like that. Or like, oh yeah, we had a lot of miscarriages for you, so you were like a surprise.
God was shooting you out of the air like skeets.
God was shooting blanks out of your mother.
Well, if you ever heard of the term rainbow baby, that's what I am.
Oh man, I was a glass child, if you know what that means.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but do you know what rainbow baby is?
I know what a rainbow baby is.
Yeah, so
you weren't supposed to happen, but you did.
Like, yeah, you had a lot of miscarriages, and then you finally have the kid. That's me.
I was an absolute fucking whoopsie.
What's a glass child?
Glass child is like whenever you have family members in your life when you're very young that like take precedent because their health.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fine.
I took care of my dad.
I know, but like that doesn't make me think that like glass child.
Because you get your needs get seen right through.
Well, yeah.
It's like a therapy term. I kind of hate it though.
I was a big baby. I was 13 pounds.
I was a little baby,
Dude, I was
zygote.
a big ass. Dude, I don't know how many ounces I was, or pounds I was, Andy, but I was a big ass baby.
Man, when I fucking came out of my mom's vagoo, I wasn't supposed to be out of there, but I was.
But I was, Jenny.
I've always been told, besides the fact that I was like a surprise for like making it, I was a big ass baby.
Oh, dude, I had problems the moment I was fucking born, apparently, because I was itty bitty. I was 2 weeks premature, and like, my doctor was like, "This little fucker's gonna die." My mom's like,
You really
"Nuh-uh."
were a little guy.
I really
You know,
was.
my I didn't have those problems. One of my brothers did, not like the early one being neutropenia forever, but like I was big. I had a big ass head. I've always had a big ass head, and I was a big ass baby.
Oh, look, it's me.
Dude, we've always joked about it, and like, I can't really get pre-fitted hats because pre-fitted hats don't tend to fit me because my head is big.
I have like a weird sized body. I have a dent in my skull.
So do I, but that's because snow globe on my head.
I
is
fractured my skull when I was a weak lad.
I
I
had like a
yeah.
giant wooden spool dropped on my
I've heard
skull from the top of a tree.
I've heard. So to this day, because it's like right in the right side of my forehead, I can feel the whole line. Like it's not like a big dent. It's like
I had a Tyler 1 dent on my head.
No, it's like from above my eyebrow, basically. I can trace the dent going up. A bigger dent in the middle, like my forehead, then a bit to the side. Apparently, when I was a toddler or whatever at my grandmother's, I was not being watched well enough, and I knocked the snow globe off the shelf, and it fully hit me in the fucking skull.
I have the kind of dent in my skull that if like child services knew that I had the dent in my skull when I had it, like I would not have been with my parents.
Basker, is it from the Fight Club?
Dunk.
See, here's the weird part. It's the timeline. The timeline lines up, but that's not where it's from.
Basker, but that's just a horrible thing to say right there. You know that.
The timeline lines up, but that's not why it happened.
So if they ask, yes,
if it was caused by the Fight Club, it was tangential. I think it may have been a stage hazard, but like. It's a fucked up dent too. Like it's not so bad now, but when I was younger, I was like,
shut up! You can't fucking. You have to give us. You can't go right on to the next.
Basker, hold on.
It's a fucked up dent too. Like it's a fucked up dent on like the right side of my skull.
Shut up, Basker. You cannot finish telling us the actual thing after you say the stage hazard comment. You need to give us a few seconds. What the fuck is that, Basker?
No, because then you'll fucking piece together my entire backstory, and then
no. The problem is I wasn't listening. After you said the stage hazard, I stopped listening. I started laughing. Now you can continue, but I could not pay attention then.
Basker add you with text offenders.
Fucking
Basker boy,
let me see.
Don't tell Jacob.
God damn it, Andy.
Let's see. Oh my god. What is... Yeah, what's really funny is there is actually we found this wasn't the fight pit, but there's like video of me and my nephew who's the same age as me when we were like 1 year old. Like somebody gave us like one of those toy katanas you get to kids at like the carnival. And we're just like, wow, like smack each other right in the fucking face, like what, like hard, like poof, like we're trying to kill each other, like we're samurai, like 14th century Japan, just trying to cut each other in half at like 1 year old, like wham, like my parents, like there's like, it's just like the footage of my mom and my sister, like, wow, look, they got the swords, go get them, Basker, and like just like be like full, yeah, woof, you can hear like the. And it pops him right in the face, and he goes.
And the Basil, you have betrayed your clan's honor.
You have betrayed the clan's honor. And so yeah, here's going back to the story though. We were building a treehouse as we were likely to do, and we may have decided to have the Fight Club there. I don't fucking remember. The brain damage, the drain damage. Basically,
drain damage.
For those who don't know, I might as well have fucking grown up in the 1930s because a lot of the shit I did when I was a kid was really stupid. Like we built like a pulley system to build a treehouse. I don't remember how we did that. We were like 6.
Nice.
We had no adult supervision. We just kind of fucking winged it and figured it out.
You can just do things.
I think I see, this actually tracks with like my weird ingenuity and like how patchy it is because like I built like a forge out of nowhere. Like I just had secret knowledge.
You're a little guy, therefore you're a dwarf.
I'm a little dwarf. But essentially like
my wife is totally not an elf.
They had like a fucking pulley system at the top of this tree somehow. And they had like gotten this big fucking wooden spool that we were using for like a chair, but we couldn't get it up there because we obviously had to climb up there to do that. So we had to like figure out a way to get that up there. And so the pulley system was devised, and the pulley system, like, they lifted it up, and they had, like, 3 of them fucking pulling it, right, the rope. And at some point, I guess I wasn't paying attention, but the rope snapped, and it fucking landed, like, 10 feet onto my fucking little baby skull. Sure as fuck didn't go to the doctor for that one. Like, for a long time, I had, like, a really bad dent. Like, it's not as noticeable now, because, you know, I could do basic math.
Just rub it off, swab it.
Unless you, like, felt it.
Yeah, it was one of those things, like, I think in hindsight, they probably looked like, oh, it just looked like a scrape or whatever, and they probably just poured sugar and was like, fuck it, don't be a pussy, just, like, told me to deal with it, like, as you did back then, in the 1930s.
Good time.
Whereas, like, a lot of my injuries as a kid, I have, like, really fucked up scars on my face when you, like, actually look at them. Like, the wounds were bad when I was a kid, and my parents just didn't care.
So, like, I don't have a lot of scars. I have one across my nose because of my own thing, and then I have one like on my thumb. Technically, I have one in my mouth, but you can't tell.
I have a scar on my nose that's faded. That because I got bit when I got bit on the face by a rabid blue healer, and I had to get like 8 rabies shots in my legs.
Yeah, I went nose first in a handlebar of a bike.
I'm trying to think. I got into a fist fight when I was like 8 years old in my cousin's backyard. The same cousins, by the way. This was an unsanctioned baby fight, and I got hit in the face really hard, and I like fell onto the dirt, and I landed on like a piece of rusted metal, and it slashed my fucking cheek open like really bad. I really needed stitches, and my parents were like, ah, if you die, you die.
What's 10 more years?
What's 10 more years? Fucking, I'm trying to think. I have a bunch of like fucked up scars from my knees and shit because I used to fall into asphalt because we were too stupid to fight on like the dirt. Like we didn't have that wherewithal yet. That wasn't patched into our like childhood memory banks to do that. And so like I got a lot of stupid like scars from like getting really badly fucked up from landing wrong. How about you, Chewy?
I broke my arm twice.
I never broke any of my bones except for my
I've
big toe.
never broken a bone.
I never broke a bone except fracturing back in my skull.
The first time I fell off a bunk bed, that's when I fractured it. I was only like 5 or 6 then. Or was I a bit older? I might have been a bit older. The second time was in middle school though. I jumped over a stair railing and I landed wrong, and it like completely snapped my my forearm. You ever seen like Ed, Ed and Eddie when like they're trying to like flex and like they can't, so it just droops?
That was your arm.
That was my arm.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It just made a nice perfect
my
U.
God.
Yeah. It was pretty freaky looking. Yeah, I had to get metal rods in my arm.
The weakness of my flesh.
I've only ever broken one bone, and that was my big toe on my right foot that never really healed properly. I broke it in Taekwondo in the stupidest way possible. We were doing running drills, right? And I, barefoot, because I'm a tiptoe walker, I run tiptoe when I'm barefoot, right? Ever since I was a kid. I have to, like, actively... I didn't know it was weird until I was, like, 20.
I do that a bit, too. So, like, you're not alone.
Yeah, like, I didn't know that was a weird thing until I was, like, 20. Apparently it's really common for neurodivergency. It's, like, one of the things they look for now. It's actually a sign of autism, I think.
Everything they say about you.
No, that's something my therapist actually told me. That's what they look for, one of the things. Apparently there's, like, a correlation there. Kind of like how, like, if you're dyslexic, you're more likely to also be ADHD as well. It's got, like, comorbidities or something like that. But effectively, I would tiptoe run, right? Because I was a dumb fucking, like 14-year-old.
Tiptoe Naruto run.
Tiptoe Naruto, yeah. And I, like, turned and, like, because I was tiptoeing, all the weight on, like, my right foot, like, went, like, loud as fuck, and I just, like, hit the mat. And, like, I was like, oh, it was a bad break, too. It was really bad. Like, you looked at it, it was like, ooh. Like, my toe was pointing the wrong direction. And I remember I was like, hey, Mom, are we gonna go to the hospital? And Mom was like, fuck, no.
I have to go to bed, sir. Have a good night.
Okay. What about you?
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with me. I was actually about to kill
Of
stream
course,
anyway.
Sure.
Um,
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye
stream.
goodbye stream.
My phone's dead, so I can't reach
Oh, you're
it.
ending the stream, Basker?
Yeah, I'm about to end the stream.
He just said
Yeah,
that.
we gotta figure out this day though that we're gonna start like our like a weekly arc thing though. 'Cause
Yeah. We'll figure that. We'll figure that more whenever you come back from your trip.
Well, again, I can start it before then because also, Basker, I don't want to agree to one and then you decide you don't like the game and we play it one time. I'd rather we play it first and then you decide that if you want to play it more or not.
Stick around.
Well, the thing is, I have to clear space off my thing. I have.
Yeah,
I know,
he has to have another
I'm
child
just saying, Basker,
sacrifice
no
for the
matter
storage.
what we do on stream, I will play the game more because I like it. I've been playing it for the last 2 days. I've been playing it all day. Fucking half of it's been like just doing the same shit because I was stranded for a bit. I will happily play it, but if you don't want to play it though, I just want to know.
Well, like I was saying, like when's your trip
But yeah,
again?
no, I meant like this is why I mean like we need to play it at least once, then we can figure out like.
Oh yeah. You mean to like see if that's something we even want?
Yeah,
to,
like I would like
to
to play this before I leave in 2 weeks. That way we can figure it out, and then we can really figure out like a weekly thing. But, like,
Gotcha. I'm free tomorrow. I could download it tonight. We can play tomorrow and just kind of see.
I'd be down. Yeah, I should be good tomorrow. Actually, it's Tuesday. I don't think I have anything going on. I should be good.
The only thing I have going on tomorrow, I am getting my doing plasma. No, not plasma tomorrow. I have to do plasma Wednesday.
Okay, then let's do it tomorrow then.
Because tomorrow at 6 o'clock I have my Arnez practice. So
6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, CST.
How long is that?
It's about an hour, 6 to 7.
I mean-
and then when I come back, I'm immediately
yeah.
streaming.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to download it tonight and stuff like you said, we could definitely play Ark.
Yeah, we'll play it in the morning.
Of tomorrow or day after?
No, tomorrow. We
Tomorrow.
play it tomorrow.
My plasma thing is on Wednesday, but tomorrow's my Arnez. Anyway, I gotta kill stream. I want to thank everybody
Download
for.
it tonight, though.
All right, I want to say thank you to everybody who popped in and hung out with us. I know we just kind of rambled and screamed about all kinds of shit today. We had a fun time. We talked about Sailor
YouTube
Moon.
and trans people.
Yeah, we talked about YouTube and trans people and Sailor Moon and how much I hate Don't Nod as a company. And we screamed about panties for like 8 hours, and it was great. It was a fun
God,
time.
I hate you so much.
Basker
You
was
reminded-
wrong and I was right
actually
and he was a
forgot
soul
about
jack and I was
that.
a
Yeah,
rock jack.
Everyone's wrong except for me, and I was. Yeah. But yeah,
Outmogged him.
tomorrow I think I'll be doing another Demon Soul stream.
Okay, never mind then. I guess fuck me, Basker.
Motherfucker, I literally.
You literally just spoke to me. What if I download it and we play it tomorrow?
Andy,
Huh?
I need you to be the court stenographer right now.
Okay.
Did I not just say I will play it with you before stream? And then we will
you say
decide for
before
a
stream?
future stream.
I thought you meant. I thought we were talking about streaming it once and then seeing if
No.
we want to stream it again.
No.
Wait, Jacob, I thought you said that of testing the game before even streaming.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought you
testing
also
on like
said that.
one stream. Yeah, what I meant is like testing.
You
it,
didn't
we played
say
on
during a
stream.
stream. You said
That's not a
before,
test.
Leopold.
That's still streaming. That's not a
Well,
test
yeah, no,
stream.
but I meant, like, no, but when I mean testing, I mean like before you agree that we're gonna play it like this day every week. We play it this one stream, see how it goes, and then play it more.
People don't watch streams like that, buddy. I'm just telling you, it's not going to do well, but we're going to do it anyway if we like the game.
I hate you. But yeah, we can play it before stream tomorrow as long as you download it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to see if I like the game at all, because I don't do streams based on like how well they'll do in numbers. I do based on I like the game.
You like grindy games.
Yeah, I do. Which means I'll probably like Ark.
Here's the thing: I can host the thing, so I can put like the fucking stuff that you would probably prefer. Cause like my thing, and it did it automatically on this one, is like so your XP is gained better than it like would be just basic. So
Okay.
it's less boring.
Jacob,
like,
I
other,
enjoy
like,
your company. You're a good friend to me. We cannot go on this tangent right now. I need to kill stream.
Well, no, I didn't realize you were
I need
still
to
on
finish my spiel.
it. No, I didn't realize you were still on
Finish his epic outro.
Epic outro. Anyway, I have a stream every day except for Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. CST to 9:30 p.m. CST most days. Every Saturday is going to be a 7 Days of Dice stream with my buddies Rat and Stormy. We'll figure out something for Ark if we like Ark. And I think Wednesday we have written down as going to be Wasteland 3 with Gonzo, I think. I got to double check with him. But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. We're going to be doing Demon Souls. It's just going to be me. And yeah, we're going to fuck around a bit. Anything you guys want to add?
Have a
Spinda.
great night.
Have a great night. Big thumbs up.
So,
All right, goodbye, guys.
I appreciate